everything?
I did. I'm fresh out the shower. That's literally what they about to see. Your boy fresh out the shower. Your ski. I did. What's the word, gang? We back with another stream, man. What's up? Pull up with topics for me tonight, man. We chatting. We just chatting. We about to react to this Drake video, though. This Drake video right here. We got a Drake video, Drake's Evil Goons, the mini OVO murders revealed, and why Kendrick should be terrified. Though, just because it popped up, we got to react to it. I was really just popping up, streaming with Shorty. I'm getting my head blow dried, so don't mind the noise, man. Y'all, just letting y'all know at the beginning, during the intro, that there will be a blow dryer in this stream. So, you know what I'm saying? Beware. You feel me? But without further ado, we gonna just jump right to it, because I'm trying to see what's going on with Drake and his OVO Goons. So you want to say hi to the stream, baby?
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
This is Nicole.
Yes, sir.
It's my girl that y'all be hearing me talk about all the time.
Time. Just ask the police.
In today's age of hip-hop, your image is crucial, and most importantly, your first impression is everything. Like when a rapper is growing a fan base, he first must cultivate an image that validates his music, or else his music simply won't be taken seriously. However, that image isn't always a reflection of reality, especially back in the day. For example, this was Tupac at his rich suburban high school just 2 years before starting to rap.
If you look at the statistics, they're staggering again, you know, and so I think they're scared because they're realizing that they goofed.
Not to mention that the Migos grew up in an upper-class suburban family along with Lotto, Tyga, Lil Yachty, and basically every Atlanta rapper ever. My point is that because all these rappers came into fame with this fake image already cultivated, the fans bought into it and they avoided the corny wannabe perceptions. Basically, when your image is perfected and your first impression is on point, the fans want to believe you. However, when it comes to Drizzy Drake, he is the poster child for soft and pretending to be something he's not. The first reason is of course because he was famous in acting before he started rapping, but really this shouldn't matter at all, because Tupac was an actor before rapping as well, and nobody holds that against him. But I think the biggest difference and most important reason is that Drake is from Canada.
No. We are polite, we are Canadians.
Yes. In everyone's mind, Canada is some paradise land where everyone is wealthy, no violence ever occurs, and street activities don't exist. So given that, Drake must be soft and all of his homies are jokes. Now of course, both of these takes are rooted in American ignorance, plain and simple. It's very hard as an American to take anything Canadian seriously, I must admit. And Mike...
Nah, that's facts though. We do be thinking everybody that's not from America pussy. Like, there's not ghettos everywhere.
Good news.
The accent doesn't help, Brody.
But as you'll see in this video, all of these opinions are absolute nonsense. Firstly, Toronto is no vacation, and secondly, Drake's crew is one of the most dangerous and wicked crews in all of hip-hop. And believe it or not, but I'm willing to say that Drake's crew is more dangerous than his rivals in Compton. Yep, in this video, you'll see why OVO is nothing to play with. But before we get into it, let me run the intro. The story begins in 1984 when a Canadian English teacher named Sandy would meet a soul musician named Dennis from Memphis, Tennessee. The two would meet at a bar in Toronto where Dennis was performing, and it was basically kind of a random interaction.
We met in Toronto.
Basically, just in case you don't know, this is a Drake story. We watching the gangsters behind Drake, pretty much.
So I was in Toronto playing drums with Jerry Lee Lewis, and Sandy was at our show, and I was looking for a pack of cigarettes, and she was standing there at the bar when I asked the bartender where could I find cigarettes. So she said, "Here, have one of mine." So, and that's how it started.
Long story short, the two would hit it off, Dennis would move to Toronto, they'd get married, and they'd have a kid in 1986. This would of course be a son named Aubrey Drake Graham.
That's baby Drake right there. And that's his daddy.
Long story short, the two would hit it off.
Charmaine said the other day we gotta watch Drake Daddy music video. So I'm guessing Drake Daddy got a music video we gotta watch.
This would move to Toronto, they'd get married, and they'd have a kid in 1986. This would of course be a son named Aubrey Drake Graham, their only child. Now it sounds like everything was peaches and cream, but in reality that wasn't the case at all. With Dennis being a low-scale musician and Sandy being an English teacher, money wasn't easy to come by. And as a result of this, the couple raised Aubrey in an affordable part of the city known as Weston. For those who are unfamiliar, Weston has an over 70% immigrant population, with 34% of which being black. Statistically, this would make Weston the blackest city in California, and I only say that to say that Drake grew up in a very diverse environment. On top of this, the family's financial struggles would get even worse after a divorce and when Dennis moved back to Memphis. Now, a young Aubrey would no longer have a father present from the age of 6, and to make matters worse, his father would go to prison. This was no easy task for Sandy, but thankfully her community and family would step in to help. Because of his grandmother and help from the synagogue, he was able to attend private school and have a very strong education. In addition to this, his family was able to save enough money to move out of Weston and into the upscale Forest Hill neighborhood.
Enough about the car. Let's go inside.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I was gonna say something, but I don't want to say all mine.
Hey, Bubby. Yeah. Me and my grandma have a little thing where my mom doesn't let her eat chocolate, but my grandma slides me a little extra cheddar on the side, and I make sure she gets her daily chocolate dosage.
That's my grandson.
Yeah, Aubrey's life was turning out pretty good, and on
Drake grandma is a great Drake grandma, definitely a whole white lady for sure, for sure. Drake descendants. Yeah. Drake is a descendant of definitely some pure white people. I would never even I wouldn't even think that she could create somebody black. But that's clearly where Drake daddy come in. His daddy come in, and that's where the blackness come from. Because this is a white woman. Like, period. Like, right? Like, babe, is this a white woman or not?
Yeah.
This is a like, literally. Drake grandma is a whole, for sure, white lady. Yeah. But this daddy is super black, so that's where you get the Drake. That's how he kind of black. That's how he's sort of black.
Me and my grandma have a little thing where my mom doesn't let her eat chocolate, but my grandma slides me a little extra cheddar on the side, and I make sure she gets her daily chocolate dosage.
That's my grandson.
Yeah, Aubrey's life was turning out pretty good, and on top of this, he would find his first passion in high school. Long story short, while acting in a school play, an agent would discover him and put him on. So at 15 years old, Aubrey would get a major role on the hit TV show Degrassi.
One morning, though, you stay away from my girl.
Things were going great, but at 18 years old, he realized that acting wasn't his true passion and his heart was no longer in it. Deep down, he wanted to be a rapper. Oh, hell nah, is what everyone around him was thinking. But after studying the likes of Jay-Z, The Clips, Mac Dre, and more, he was certain that he could make it happen. So every night he'd sneak into the studio on set and record songs all night long. At first it was definitely rough, but he was persistent and he kept getting better and better. Basically, he spent every single night in the studio to the point where it began affecting his performance in acting, and the directors knew that something was up. Well, long story short, he no longer cared about his acting career, as now music was destined to be his future. Without telling a soul, he was in the midst of creating a rap career under the simple name of Drake. Then in 2006, out of nowhere, he would release his debut mixtape, Room for Improvement. The mixtape, although not a Picasso, would sell 6,000 copies, cultivating a local buzz in Toronto. This was enough to catch the attention of some major artists like Trey Songz, Lupe Fiasco, and more. But most importantly, Jazz Prince, the son of the infamous music mogul Jay Prince, would run across Drake on MySpace and see major potential. From here, he would fly him to Houston, sign him to his label, link him with Lil Wayne, and the rest is history.
We were introduced through another gentleman from Houston. His name is Jazz Prince. Found me on MySpace and loved my music on my space. And he was like, man, I know Lil Wayne, and I'm gonna play him your music one day. And I was just like, yeah, right. You know, like, you never really. We would talk, and he called me one day, and I was in the barbershop getting my hair cut, and he was like, yo. And I was like, friend. And he's like, yo, what's up, it's Weezy. He was like, I'm starting this thing called Young Money, and I'd really love for you to be a part of it. So I want to fly you out to Houston and meet you. And he did just that the day after, and that formed our relationship. And I was like this quiet kid in the corner of the bus, you know?
As we all know, over the next couple of years, Drake would become the biggest thing in hip hop. And this major superstar fame would bring a lot of pride to his hometown of Toronto, as he was breaking new barriers for what Canadian rappers can do. This of course must feel amazing, you know, gaining the admiration from your own region. But unfortunately, there's also major downsides to being a famous rapper as well. To put it simply, a lot of people from the hoods and trenches of Toronto were jealous that somebody like Drake would represent their city.
Look at Drake and his mama. Dude, I ain't gonna lie, Drake was a great kid. My son wore a helmet. Yo, my moms couldn't get me to wear a helmet. No lie, like I'm a woman in the glasses. Now my moms would make me wear my glasses when I had to. But I ain't gonna lie. My mom's made me leave the house with the helmet. Then I would go to one of my friend's house and put the helmet down, hide it somewhere, and then go ride around without the helmet. Then before I go home, put the helmet on so my mom think I had the helmet.
Like, okay, so you're telling me this
defeat the purpose of
Canadian Jew child actor is gonna be what? Is gonna be like someone that we say is in our top 5, top 10, whatever. It's like, it was a hard sell.
Like, damn, the child actor from Forest Hill is gonna be the rapper who represents us and he's the one who made it? Nah, let's do something to him. And this is when Drake encounters his first problems in the wicked streets of Toronto. May 15th, 2009. It's a Friday night in Toronto, and Drake has a night out with
you, like, growing.
Yeah, he got a song called "Started from the Bottom" too. But Drake, I mean, we're not gonna say he came from the bottom, but either way, he still came from not what he is. He made it to be super rich, but I mean, he has some money. His family has some bread. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't say the bottom, but not where he is now. He still made it to be successful. He was a nigga with a struggling acting career, and now nigga's as successful as a rapper. Who's this?
His beautiful date named Chantel. Together, the two ride out in the back of a Maybach on the way to a fancy restaurant. Riding high off his career success, Drake is rocking a $100,000 AP watch, an iced out chain given to him by Lil Wayne, and $4,000 cash in his pocket.
When he first started blowing up.
Long story short, they go out to dinner, have a good time, and at 9 p.m. they hop back in the Maybach. As they await the driver to take off, boom, a handgun is pressed against Drake's window. Oh shit, one man demands that Drake roll down his window while his friend stands in front of the car armed, pointed at the driver. They demand that Drake takes off his watch, his chain, and hands over everything in his pocket. So with no real choice, Drake gives up everything, including his prized Lil Wayne chain. After he gives it all up, the men spring back to their car, not knowing that Toronto police were already alerted and are just around the corner. So as soon as the robbers take off in their car, Toronto police are right on their trail. Thankfully, they're able to corner them in up the street, and Drake gets everything back. While being the civilian that he is, Drake tells police exactly what happened and the two guys are arrested. Now, does this make Drake a snitch? No. No? Okay, fine. Yes, it does, but who cares? What's most important is that he wasn't hurt, he got his stuff back, and he decided to move different for the rest of his career. He was understandably shaken up by the...
It should be noted that Drake said that he didn't tell the police. Drake said he kept it low. Drake said he kept it gangster. He said he did not snitch on them folks. He even talked about it in the song, in the Family Matters. He said, he said, it's true a nigga slime me for my AP. Just how Metro, some nigga slime Metro for his main squeeze. So listen, Drake denied it. Don't be listening to this nigga, man. Drake ain't no 6ix9ine.
The incident, as he would tell the New York Times that I feel unsafe in Toronto at all times. On top of this, he believed that this wasn't a random or isolated incident. He believed that he was set up by a gang. My chain was tucked the entire night and I had a big coat on covering my watch. They didn't ask for anything but those 2 items. On top of this, my date had an expensive purse and a bunch of jewelry and they didn't ask for any of that. How the hell did they know I had a chain on and a nice watch? And most importantly, why didn't they ask for anybody else's stuff? Regardless of all that, getting robbed in your own city as the face of the city must not feel great. Not to mention that something like this could easily end a rap career. So Drake was understandably furious, and he was gonna make sure that this could never happen again. He knew that he desperately needed some muscle in Toronto. In the States, he had the protection of guys like J Prince and Birdman, and in Toronto, he needed that level of street power as well, or even more. So now we enter the chapter of Drake's very first Canadian gang time.
Oh shit. 88, welcome to the chat, brother. How we feeling tonight, gang? Babe, say hi to 88.
Hi, 88.
You said himself back, awkward. Hi, 88.
Guys, that introduces us to a man named Nacelle Beezer, also known as Chubbs, a native of Toronto's Scarborough district. Chubbs is a big dude, and in Scarborough, he had a reputation for being a bully in the street.
You can't hear me? You couldn't hear me at first, but you should be able to hear me now. The bar is going up, so you can hear me.
Hi, 88. Can you hear me?
You can hear her? You probably couldn't hear her before, but you can hear her now. Yeah, he can hear us now.
Yeah.
It was on mute the first time.
Oh.
How you living, Brody? Excuse me. Look, we tapping in. We watching how Drake's evil goons, the many OVO murders revealed, and why Kendrick should be terrified. You can see that.
Well, Chubbs and Drake would meet through mutual friends very early in his career, but Drake honestly thought nothing of it. He heard that Chubbs was a respected member of a local gang, but why would he need to be around something like that? Well, then comes the scary robbery incident, and Drake now knew that having goons on his side might be a good idea. So after the incident, the first person that he called was Chubbs, and just like that, they locked in. This now meant that Drake had some serious firepower in the streets, and if you don't believe me, let me introduce you to Chubbs' gang. The Galloway Boys, also known as G-Way, were founded in the 1990s in Toronto's Scarborough district. The Galloway Boys were mostly of Jamaican descent, but it was more so a matter of neighborhood versus ethnic background. They obviously claimed the Galloway neighborhood, but more specifically the various housing projects in the region.
Nah, I know Top 5 is supposed to be the main goon out in Toronto, and I believe it. I heard he extra gangster, but I ain't gonna lie, he been bugging out lately. Like, he been making Drake look crazy lately with all this, like, calling niggas out, doing the most while Drake is in the beef and the beat. You know what I mean? He was just doing a lot. So even though I know he is that nigga in Toronto, but he gotta chill a little bit on, you know what I'm saying? Like, bringing the attention to nigga Drake. Drake don't want all that right now. Like I said, I couldn't handle the nickname Chubbs. He probably used to be a chubby ass nigga back in the day. That's how he got that name. Babe, how you think a nigga get the name Chubbs?
Because he was chubby.
Nigga was fat. Nigga used to like to eat all the cupcakes. Nigga say, you know how they say I love you like a fat kid love cake? Chubbs love cake. There's no denying. Chubbs love cake, nigga.
Well, at first, the crew was known for being hustlers, stacking millions through illicit imports, and moving weight throughout Canada. Essentially, they rose from dirt poverty as first-generation immigrants to the coolest guys in Toronto with Mercedes, Beamers, chains, and of course the women. And if you know anything about Toronto women, they're worth risking your life for, I promise you. Well, as far as operating money in the streets, things would go pretty smoothly for the Galloway Boys for the first decade. There were no rivals or really any competition in the neighborhood, so their only worry was ducking the feds. But then came the early 2000s when they got cocky and started to expand a little too far into the wrong hood. Around the year 2001, the Galloway Boys got greedy and attempted to start moving weight in the infamous Orton Park housing projects. And these specific projects, well, they were already occupied by the infamous Orton Park gang. Clearly, G-Way didn't take Orton seriously at all, and this resulted in their very first consequence of the Toronto streets. October 10th, 2002, 1:30 p.m. It's a regular day in the life of G-Way's leader named Norris Allen as he's patrolling around G-Way territory like any other day. But little does he know the Orton boys are on a mission to send a message to stop coming to their hood. They want to cut the head off the snake. Well, at 1:40 p.m., Norris decides to hop in his car to head off and head out of the hood. But coincidentally, at this exact time, the Norris boys pull up and walk up right to his car. They look at him and without hesitation, they start blowing. This was a major blow to the streets of Toronto, but more importantly to the Galloway boys. Norris was their leader, and for Orton Park to eliminate him just like that was disrespectful in the worst way. So now G-Way, who had never been in beef before, had a major choice to make. We can either accept defeat and just own up to the fact that going into their territory is what caused this, or we can stand up to them and go for retaliation. And unfortunately, the Galloway boys would choose the latter. However, at first, they were simply not ready. These guys were hustlers, not steppers, and frankly, the whole gang didn't even own firearms. So step number one was getting some BAM machines.
I be forgetting y'all got guns in Toronto, bro. We grew up in New York thinking y'all niggas ain't got no guns in Toronto. We grew up thinking like, these niggas ain't got no blicks. Even though New York, you know, it's a lot of stabbings in New York, because even though it's a lot of guns in New York, there's also a lot of knives in New York because of the gun laws. But yeah, I used to think, like, Toronto, Canada, you have no guns. Like, you that nigga if you come outside with a pistol. Like, you run the whole block if you got a pistol in Toronto.
And in order to do this, they began hijacking shipments of BAMs coming across the Canadian border. And just like that, by 2003, Ontario police say that the Galloway boys had enough high-powered ammunition to take down a small army. Damn. This was serious, and they were destined to get revenge for their beloved leader. When I say they, I'm really talking about their new leader, Tyshawn Riley, who organized a group of dedicated steppers called the Throwbacks. Right away, G-Way's Throwbacks started stepping, eliminating Orton Park members left and right. Even the leader, Tyshawn himself, was stepping. He was dedicated to finding an op, and sadly, this would be his downfall. That takes us to March 11th, 2004. It's a regular day in G-Way's hood, and Tyshawn is driving up Nielsen Road, the same street where their former leader lost his life. Because of this, he's already angry and bloodthirsty, and as he approaches the red light of Finch Avenue, he looks into an SUV right next to him. For whatever reason, he believes that the men in the SUV are Orton Park members and that they're sliding through his territory. So without hesitation, he simply rolls his window down, and sadly, the rest is history. The passenger and driver are both hit, but thankfully the driver is able to head off to the emergency room where they save his life. However, his passenger would sadly not make it. As it turns out, this was a case of mistaken identity, and Tyshawn had targeted random civilians.
I feel so hurt. I'd get past it. I did say my piece. I did forgive them.
Yeah, this nigga died and it was a mistaken identity. So this nigga he wasn't even a part of the gang or nothing. He just got killed because he
simply rolls his window down, and sadly, the rest is history. The passenger and driver are both hit, but thankfully the driver is able to head off to the emergency room where they save his life. However, his passenger would sadly not make it. As it turns out, this was a case of mistaken identity, and Tyshawn had targeted random civilians.
I feel so hurt. I'd get past
she might be my auntie-in-law.
I did say my piece. I did forgive them, which I do. I really do.
You forgive, but you don't forget.
Exactly. And I forgive them because if I don't,
I got an auntie that looks like.
Just imagine the animosity, the hunger. I will have to be walking with. I don't need that in my life. I don't think anybody understand.
She African.
The detrimental and the tragic that I've been through.
You can tell by that accent. You can tell that accent for sure. Like listen, man. I feel bad for her though, because now she got to call all her people back home. They sent her son all the way here in America for a good life, and then he come here and get killed, mistaken identity. Now she got to call everybody back in Africa and let them know her son died. Like, that's fucked up.
I feel like I was the one that's been dead.
This was a major case in Toronto as two.
Back from my auntie back to your auntie.
That's not my. Let's start
Esmeralda.
That's not my auntie,
Esmeralda is your aunt.
No, she's not.
Upstanding citizens targeted randomly at a red light is cause for serious concern. So immediately, police began asking around for clues, but sadly, nobody in the community would speak up.
See, sad music in the background really do it. The sad music in the background really make you laugh.
This is because G-Way was so intimidating in their community that no one would dare go against them. Eventually, police would solve the case, but for the next few months, Tyshawn was still out and about. You'd think that after doing something so evil, your guilt would eat you up. Like, I can't believe I just claimed the life of a random person who didn't deserve it. Maybe I should start seeking forgiveness and leave this lifestyle alone. On top of this, you think that you'd want to lay low and do your best to stay off the radar, right? Well, nope, not for Tyshawn and G-Way, as even after this incident, they were still determined to target Orton Park rivals. So just a month later, Tyshawn himself would target the two that he believed claimed the life of Norris Allen. He would drive by himself into the Orton Park projects and simply just start letting it blow. And just like that, a bloodbath would jump off that Toronto had never seen before. In fact, Toronto's homicide detective Wayne Banks believes that Tyshawn escalated everything, and he describes him as the purest form of evil, with no regard for human life. And yes, this is the exact sentiment that Scarborough natives would use to describe G-Way. Just a purely evil organization with no regard for anyone's lives. Well, thankfully, a month after this, Tyshawn would be arrested and sentenced to life in prison. However, regardless of his arrest, what he kicked off was simply unstoppable. His new generation of G-Way were ruthless, and unfortunately after this, it was body for body for body for body.
Gunshots ring out in this quiet Scarborough neighborhood. Toronto paramedics say one man was found dead here at the scene, another transported to hospital.
It's those people that start shooting. They were just running. This one girl said she was seeing people that's dropping behind her.
There was some type of a confrontation with Mr. Walker, and shortly after that confrontation, Mr. Ford was shot dead.
The former hustlers were now headhunters, and on top of this, their membership was growing every single year. And of course, to tie this back around to Drake, one of the new members was Chubbs, who allegedly gained a high rank within the gang. For doing what? Well, word on the streets is that he was an absolute crash out. And most importantly, by the time he became friends with Drake, he had enough say-so to get things done, if you know what I mean. So this is who Drake began running with after he was robbed, and honestly, he was thrown into a middle of a gang war that he had no idea how to maneuver. So yes, having them on his side did make him more powerful, but it also made him a serious target. As you would imagine, Orton Park seeing the biggest rapper in the world hanging out with their ops must not be a good feeling. Like, oh, you want to take sides in our politics? Okay, well you're an op too. And to make matters worse, when Drake started hanging with G-Way was the exact time that their war sparked right back up. In fact, upon Drake's arrival happened to be G-Way's most wicked period ever. And the guys that Drake was hanging out with on a daily basis were simultaneously doing serious damage in the Toronto streets. These would be guys like Ramon Williams and Adham Kamis, G-Way members known for being absolute crash outs. Now we'll get back to them in a second, and you'll see why they're important, but for the meantime, let's focus back on Drake. We're now in 2011, and Drake's career is evolving from like a love song R&B singer-rapper to an attempted new image. An image of a rapper who should be taken seriously on the mic and also in the streets as well. I think it was an attempt to ditch the emotional soft rapper image to a more street-adjacent character. 2011, he kinda starts rapping crazy on the tracks, and at first, people were laughing at it, like, really? And if you can remember, it all peaked with his hit song headlines.
Tuck my napkin in my shirt cause I'm just mobbing like that. You know good and well that you don't want a problem like that. You gon' make someone around me catch a body like that. No, don't do it. Please don't do it. Cause one of us goes in and we all go through it. And Drizzy got the money, so Drizzy gon' pay it. Those my brothers, I ain't even gotta say it. That's just something they know.
The bold lyrics made everyone laugh, including me. Like, what a joke, this Canadian rapper talking about someone around him catching bodies? Come on. Like, what a joke, this Canadian...
Nah, this is pedo face Drake. Drake better not never cut his beard down like this again. This is pedo face Drake. Yo, babe, how you feel when a nigga walk up to you like this and he got his whole face shaved like this?
They look like a baby.
But like, what do you think? Does it give creep?
A little bit, yeah.
Like, you think this nigga probably like minors? Not Drake, not my nigga Drake, not my nigga Drizzy. That's my nigga. I fuck with Drizzy. I'm on his side. But this is the cut. This is the pedo cut, like the bald baby face. But you can see that he got hair. You can see the after eye. You know what I'm saying? What is that? They call it 3 o'clock shadow? You see the little shadow coming in. But he try to keep it young so he can attract the young bitches. You know what I mean?
Indian rapper talking about someone around him catching bodies? Come on. Even Charlemagne the God would clown him for this on the radio.
Corny guy. Like, he's just a corny dude. In that new Headlines video, he looks extra corny. It's like, Drake, why are you thugging now? Why are you dressed all in black? Why you got on black gloves? Why you got a whole bunch of dudes around you dressed in black? And he has the most non-threatening looking goons I've ever seen in my life. Like, seriously, like they look like a flash mob that's about to run up in H&M and take everything. Like, none of them look like a threat. He has the most non-threatening looking goons I've ever seen in my life. None of them look like a threat.
Little did he know, most of these goons in the video are certified G-Way members who literally were during this time out sliding in the streets of Toronto.
The Toronto police say there's recently been a resurgence of the once notorious gang. And the young thugs who are running G-Way these days, just like their predecessors, are packing firearms and they're not afraid to use them.
In particular, 2 of these would be the guys I mentioned earlier, Adham and Ramon, and these guys, well, you'll see. That takes us to September 4th, 2011. By this point, the G-Way vs. Orton Park beef has split up most of Toronto, basically causing 2 sides to the city. For most people, this would be really bad news, but for G-Way, they were happy because now they had more people to slide on. And on this day, Ramon happens to see somebody who they just started beefing with post their location at a local Domino's. So literally for no reason at all, Ramon and Adham hop in their car and go slide to the Domino's. At 5:30, they spin around the block to see if they're still there, and unfortunately they have no squabbling on their minds. Instead, at 5:45, they stop their car outside and they start absolutely dumping into the Domino's. Glass shatters everywhere and everyone jumps down to the ground to take cover. 3 men are injured in the
Damn, I fought. Yeah, I'm good. But this is how innocent people get killed, bro. Like, this is horrible, bro. You just start shooting into the Domino's. You got employees in there. You probably got other customers in there. You just blinking off into the Domino's and not giving a fuck. Like, niggas stop through to get dinner. You got niggas at work getting ready to clock out. Get shot while you clocking out. Like, come on, my nigga. This shit is crazy.
Innocent people.
Not to date myself, but my kids used to watch Drake on Degrassi. I bet.
The incident, but thankfully they survive after being rushed to the hospital. Still though, this was an absolutely insane idea by the G-Way members to just start blowing out of Domino's. What in the world? These guys are the literal definition of crash outs, like there's no squabbling going on for G-Way. Well, either way, after doing this, you'd think that these guys would want to duck low and stay out of the way of Toronto police, you know, leave the street life alone for the meantime. But nope, just 2 months later, Ramon would crash out again. And that takes us to November 4th, 2011, 11 p.m. It's nighttime in Scarborough and Ramon is trapping like any other night. In particular, he has a random customer named Daniel Fuller coming through to cop. And at 11:15, Daniel arrives, hops in Ramon's car, and they go through to discuss the deal. Somehow out of nowhere, the simple interaction turns into an argument where Ramon gets furious and belligerent with Daniel. And unfortunately, for no reason, Ramon whips out and starts unleashing. Daniel is rushed to the hospital where he thankfully survives, however, he is paralyzed for life. Sadly, this was yet another example of—
Is that the youngest or?
Nah, this.
That one?
That's right.
Somehow out of nowhere, the simple interaction turns into an argument where Ramon gets furious and belligerent with Daniel. And unfortunately, for no reason, Ramon whips out and starts unleashing. Daniel is rushed to the hospital where he thankfully survives, however, he is paralyzed for life. Sadly, this was yet another example of the senseless violence caused by the Galloway boys. But thankfully, Toronto police would put their best foot forward and arrest them for all of their crimes. Still though, the point is that while Drake and all his goons are being clowned for—
the nigga got clapped, like, and lost the ability to walk. That's a different type of, Like, bro, come on, my nigga. His life has changed forever. He fuck around and... Nigga, come on, bro. He probably wish he ain't even live. I mean, I'm glad he lived, but, you know, some niggas be like, nigga, you should have just killed me.
For, you know, being soft and all that, they were actually in the field catching bodies and causing havoc. Oh, and believe me, it gets much worse. December 30th, 2011. It's 11 in the morning in Orton Park, and a young man is leaving his apartment on his way to the bus stop. This would be Dimitri Barnaby, a 24-year-old who has no gang affiliations whatsoever. He just so happens to live in Orton Park. Well, unfortunately, on this exact morning, G-Way members are rolling around Orton Park looking for rivals. And at 11:15, they happen to spot Dimitri leaving his building headed for the bus stop. For whatever reason, they assume that he's affiliated with the rivals, and they instantly target him. Sadly, 2 G-Way members hop out of an SUV and run him down. This was yet another case of mistaken identity at the hands of G-Way, a sick continuous trend from the evil crew. Unfortunately, over the next couple...
Hold on, pause it real quick. Babe, what you said?
I said, why so many young guys die like that?
Baby, this is just a cycle that happens in these neighborhoods that's just going to keep on happening. Unfortunately, the system is set up for that. It's set up for young people to go to jail. You know, the state and the... There's money in the prison system. Right. So people going to die and people going to go to jail. The person that killed them probably going to go to jail and give the state a couple $100,000 over the time of him being locked up. And the nigga death is just another statistic type shit. It's a cycle. That's why, you know what I'm saying, you got to raise your kids right type shit. Cause,
and you got to be smarter than the government too, because
yeah, but
it's not your friend.
This is the sad part. Like, if you in the hood, 9 times out of 10, you going to either be the nigga that got shot, be the nigga that, you know what I mean, go to jail for life, or you know a nigga directly right next to you that went to jail for life type shit. It's sad, but it's the cycle.
Couple of years, it would only get worse and worse. You know, shooting after shooting after shooting after shooting. But then, thankfully, in 2014, Toronto police would take them down in a major way.
In the fall of 2011, during a 4-month period, number 43 Division saw a significant increase in the number of shooting incidents between 2 groups identified as the Galloway Boys Gang and the Orton Park Gang, who attempted to occupy control of that area or turf.
In conclusion, 41 G-Way members were arrested, resulting in the complete dissemination of their gang. It was all over. Well, at least for the meantime. And pertaining to Drake, well, this meant that his power in the streets went all the way down. All of those G-Way members who he used to run with and would be in his music videos, well, all those guys were now locked in the feds. Actually, I shouldn't say all, because the one guy who was the closest to Drake somehow ducked the indictment. This, of course, would be Chubbs, Drake's #1 enforcer, and really the only reason he was connected to G-Way. Well, after the scary indictment and almost losing his #1 enforcer, Drake would move forward to disassociate Chubbs from the gang life and instead introduce him to the OVO life. This meant that he would hire him as full-time security, shout him out on Instagram, and even mention him in a bunch of songs. Although he was known in the Toronto streets, in America, nobody took Chubbs seriously. But then, all that would be put to bed in the summer of 2014. That takes us to June 12th, 2014. It's a regular Thursday night for Drake as he's recording music in his Calabasas mansion. It's just him, Chubbs, and a sound engineer kicking it when Drake has the idea to invite over a famous producer. This is when Drake allegedly texts the producer named Detail, who's known for working with Lil Wayne, Birdman, Ashanti, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and more. Well, obviously, given the opportunity to work with Drake, Detail drops what he's doing in a heartbeat and flocks over to Drake's Calabasas mansion. At 9 p.m., he arrives to the gated community, is let in the gate, and drives up to Drake's mansion. He then walks up to the front door, truly excited for the opportunity to work with Drake. This is when Chubbs opens the front door, lets him in, and then out of nowhere, work with Drake. He then walks up to the front door, truly excited.
This piercing is atrocious.
Excited for the
like, no nigga should have a piercing hanging from his nose that touches his lip.
It's too heavy.
Bro, this is atrocious. Atrocious, nasty word. Babe, if a nigga, you single, right? And a nigga walked up to you wearing some shit like this, you gonna give him a date? You gonna give him a chance?
Hell no. That looks like a ball coming out of you.
You gonna ask him what this is? Like, yo.
Yeah, like, what is that?
Yo, don't let this nigga get in a fight. All they gotta do is rip this out of his nose. Like, stop playing with me, nigga. Rip!
That too.
Opportunity to work with Drake. This is when Chubbs opens the front door, lets him in, and then out of nowhere just starts swinging on him. Boom, bam, blow. He shatters his jaw into pieces and knocks him down to the floor. And according to Detail himself, Drake stands right there, looks at him, and does nothing to help. So now with a broken jaw and disoriented, Detail stumbles out of the house, gets into his car, and drives himself to the hospital. There, as he's awaiting surgery, he sits back and wonders, what the hell just happened? Why would Drake invite me over for his bodyguard to beat the shit out of me, and then he just standing there like he set it up? It makes no sense. Like, did I do something to Drake that pissed him off, or was this just his bodyguard Chubbs acting a fool? What was it? To this day, we still don't know the specifics, but either way, Detail would hit Drake with a massive lawsuit. So yeah, this is how Chubb started to gain his reputation in the industry. A big old bully who does not play about his boss Drizzy Drake. So now you can see that Drake was kind of moving like the mafia. In LA or everywhere he went, he had Chubbs, and then when he goes to Houston, he's got mob ties, in Louisiana, he's got Birdman, and the list goes on. Basically, he was well protected with real street connections in the States, but in Toronto, it was a whole different story. After the 2014 G-Way takedown,
Nigga 88 said, I want to rip it out. If he beefing with a nigga, he definitely ripping that out. Boom, bam, pow. The guy's commentary. Yeah, that was funny.
I want to see what happens.
Yeah, the reason why Chubbs beat him up is over the nose ring. It was unattractive. It just it needed a fist. That nose ring deserved a fist to the face.
Drake was a major target in Toronto for two reasons. Number one is that he no longer had any street muscle or any protection, as G-Way was now completely weakened. And secondly, because he chose G-Way's sides in the beef, the people who they were rivals with wanted Drake as well. You know, as the saying goes, take a picture with them ops and get froze with them. By choosing G-Way's side, you put a battery in their back by giving them shoutouts and OVO chains, basically forcing their rivals to see you as one of them as well. So to Orton Park, the Malvern boys, and everyone else who was beefing with G-Way, they wanted to do something to Drake. Now Drake naturally recognized this, and he now knew that he needed more protection in the streets. And in late 2014, he would thankfully meet another crew full of crash outs, this time in the most random way possible. It's the annual OVO Bounce tournament in Toronto where Drake organizes a team full of NBA players and friends to play against the best local talent. And on this day, star players like Brandon Jennings, Lou Williams, Tristan Thompson, and Jordan Clarkson are playing on Team OVO. Well, the atmosphere in the building is electric as the teams keep going back and forth despite the talent level difference. It even gets to a point where Brandon Jennings is cooking so hard that he takes his shirt off and throws it into the crowd. Then right after, the guy who's guarding him scores on him and takes his shirt off as well and throws it into the crowd. This would be a known local hooper in Toronto named Hassan Ali, and after doing this, the crowd would go absolutely nuts. Eventually, the OVO team full of NBA players wins, but either way, it was a legendary night. Just like that, Ali was a local sensation by the name of Shirt Off Shorty. Now to us, this all seems kinda corny, but Drake was so impressed that he actually went up to talk to him after the game.
Yo, Brody, you were cooking out there on the court.
It's weird thing is Drake probably liked the nose thing. That's sus though. Them are mid players, LOL. All-stars, nah. Top 5 has them.
Who are you? What's your name? Where are you from?
Top 5 is ecstatic. The big.
Now I'm pretty sure it was the nose piercing that got him a knuckle sandwich, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't think it was anything else. Pretty sure it was the knuckle. He got the knuckle sandwich over that dumbass nose piercing.
The biggest rapper in the world is showing him attention, and he decides to seize the opportunity. He tells Drake that he's an upcoming rapper by the name of Top 5, and of course Drake is probably like,
alright, I don't want to hear about that.
Yet another struggling rapper trying to get me to put them on. I don't want to hear it. But little does Drake know, not only is Top 5 a struggle rapper and raw basketball player, but he's also a known stepper for a dangerous Toronto gang. This would be the Go Get 'Em gang, also known as GGG, a wicked crew of crash outs that's upcoming in the streets. Basically, they claim 3 neighborhoods as their own: Jane, Lawrence Heights, and Driftwood, an area known as the Jungle. And for those who aren't familiar, this is pretty much the worst area of Toronto, known for all the blah, blah, blah. Well, once Drake learns of this, he starts watering at the mouth. Please get me in contact with Top 5. I need to talk to him. I heard he's a stepper and his gang is full of crash outs. Please get me in contact with them. So just like that, Drake brings Top 5 into OVO and adopts him as one of his crew members. And immediately, he even shouts his hood out with a song called Jungle. So if you didn't know what that was about, now you do.
I am Drake Shooter.
You don't know.
This is where he start fucking up, bro. Once he start running around, I am Drake Shooter. I'm Drake. Like, bro, you're not even. If you Drake Shooter, you're never supposed to let those words leave your mouth. If you really Drake Shooter, you should never be saying I'm Drake Shooter.
You know what it is? Because Drake is famous. He wants people to know, so he can be.
Yeah, but you fucking up shit for Drake.
I know what you mean.
Because now Drake he hot now. Anything you do, you crash out. You know what I'm saying? It's on Drake. It's on Drake. Drake might not even be saying yes to this. For all we know, Drake don't even want this nigga to be saying this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But he a loose cannon in the street, and he one of them niggas that be doing what he do. So Drake probably like, yo, chill, you know what I'm saying? Yo, chill. But this nigga just like, nah, fuck that. This is my claim to fame, so I'm on it. Right. And he like that. Don't get it fucked up. He got it in Canada. He one of them niggas in Canada. But you don't want Drake to be. Do you want Drake to get a goddamn indictment? Like, nigga, do you want the paint to stop? Nigga, you never supposed to be hot and be like, I'm Drake Shooter, and then really be out here shooting shit. Come on.
Broski's in Drake's body, yeah? He's the starting shooting guard, man.
And on top of this, Drake would constantly shout out Top 5 on Instagram, completely elevating his status. Now, obviously, adding Top 5 in GGG to OVO's...
I told Babe, I said, yeah, Drake bailed him out of jail and shit. She said, oh, that was nice. Babe, what you said when I told you Drake bailed him out of jail?
That was nice of him.
That was nice. That was nice of him to... You're right. That was nice of him, baby. You're so sweet.
He could have just let him there.
Let his ass rot?
Yeah.
He got him lawyers and all that.
Right. So he did.
Got him out. That's why he claiming I'm Drake Shooter, nigga. I'll do anything for that nigga. That was nice of him.
His arsenal did help their street muscle, but it also put them in the middle of a brutal gang war. And this would only add to the list of Toronto gangs who hate Drake by association. So yes, while it was more street muscle for Drake, it was also more ops added to the list. Yes, at this time, GGG were at it with the Falstaff Crips, a dangerous gang claiming 3 projects on Falstaff Avenue. As you'll see, this beef is wicked, and if you don't believe me, that takes us to GGG's very first skit. May of 2015. It's a regular day in the life of a Falstaff Crip member named Shamarky Wyatt, also known as Marky Bands. Marky is known in Toronto for stepping on his rivals, particularly GGG, and stacking his money up. Basically, he's a rich crash out who allegedly did a lot of damage to GGG. So much damage that he figured that it would be best to leave Toronto and to lay low for the rest of time. And when I say leave Toronto, I don't mean going to a suburb or even a city in the vicinity. Instead, Marky moved to the furthest possible place he could while staying in Canada. That takes us to the small town of Fort McMurray, one of the most northern and remote towns on Earth. 5 hours away from the nearest city, this town is not for the weak. On top of this, it has a subarctic climate, meaning long, blistering winters where the temperatures range from -20 to 5 degrees. A town where you won't see the sun for months on end, and doctors warn that if you stand outside for more than 30 seconds, you can get frostbite and hypothermia. So yeah.
Babe, tell them what you wanted to go outside and do in the snow earlier.
Play with the snow.
Yo, it snowed over here. Babe wanted to go out and play in the snow.
Nah, but last time it was like shiny.
Yeah, the snow was pretty last time. I ain't gonna lie.
It was like shiny.
Because it was fresh. When
like
it's fresh,
stars.
it's like very sparkly. What 88 said? He's a dry snitching and crediting another fella is probably not the best thing to do. Exactly. Drake used to chill with the 8-1 club a lot. I have a duplex there. You got a duplex there, nigga. I'm about to go visit. Used to have a booming oil town.
This is where Marky Bands moved, all in order to allegedly duck GGG.
88 from Canada. Yeah, 88 live in Canada. British Columbia, I believe.
We need to go to 88.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little trip to 88 crib.
Road trip.
Yeah, a little road trip. How many hours that's gonna be? We'll look it up. Probably like 6 hours or 7 hours or something. It's a long ride. We gonna go though.
You driving?
Yeah, of course. Might have to take a flight. Fuck around. Shit. Nah, cause it's a quick. We gonna have to. We can
take turns and that's it.
We'll drive. I got it.
It would take over 28 hours of brutal driving from Toronto to reach him, so realistically, it's not realistic. However, GGG was serious about Get Back, so making this long trip was not out of the question. And on May 24th, 2015, a group of GGG members decide to make the trip. For 2 days, they stay on the road with nothing but revenge on their minds. The long trip through various provinces finally comes to an end on May 26th around 3 in the morning. And as soon as they arrive, they waste no time at all, as somehow they know exactly where Marky Bands lives. Probably a female. So at 4 in the morning, after getting food from the gas station, they mask up, blick up, and head to his apartment. At 4:15, the members stop their car in front of his building, and 3 of them get out and walk up to his unit. They knock on his door hard and wake him up out of his sleep. Obviously, Marquis thinks it's some sort of emergency, so he goes to open up the door. And right there, that's when he's met with the masked up GGG members. Bam! This was truly Mission Impossible. In no way, shape, or form did Marky Bands ever expect them to come that far to get him. GGG were proving to be a different breed, and this is who Drake was now running with. Thankfully though, just 2 weeks later on June 8th, GGG would be raided in Toronto, and what police would find would shock them. They found millions of dollars cash in their stash house, along with a whole lot of straps. And after running the ballistics on these weapons, police were able to tie the 4 GGG members to 4 separate deadly shootings between May 12th and May 26th. These dudes were wicked, and thankfully they were taken off the streets forever. But again, this is who Drake was publicly running with. You know, just reminding you of that. But either way, for Falstaff, this was their biggest loss, as Marquis was their top dog. So now, of course, they desperately wanted revenge on GGG. However, for the meantime, that was simply impossible. The 4 responsible members were now locked up, and Top 5, he was out in Calabasas with Drake. Basically, Falstaff had nobody left to target, as Top 5 was out with Drizzy Drake living his best life. Well, eventually, Falstaff would get frustrated and begin resulting to the worst possible revenge. At this point, GGG are full of themselves and they think that they're completely untouchable. I mean, in the streets they caught 4 consecutive bodies, and outside of it they're running with Drake, so obviously they feel like they're on top of the world. Oh, and not to mention that the members who didn't get indicted are pretty much all in LA living around Drake. So in their minds, they pretty much exited the beef with Falstaff. It's like, you can't reach us, and the members who did something, well, they're all in jail. Well, Falstaff was not okay with this, and basically they were like, come back to Toronto to beef, or we're gonna target somebody very close to you. And that introduces us to Top 5's little brother by the name of Saeed Ali, also known as Foolish. Unlike Top 5, Foolish was not interested in the streets at all. Instead, he was all about basketball. He was a great player in high school and college, and after graduating, he dedicated his time to making sure his youngest brother could make it to the league. Yes, Top 5 and Foolish's youngest brother was so good that he broke Canada's all-time high school record.
Hoop dreams are coming true in Toronto after a high school basketball player hit rare air. Point guard Ahmed Ali led his team to victory this week, becoming just the 2nd Canadian player ever to score more than 100 points in a game. Ahmed Ali of the John Poliani CI Jaguars is joining me now in studio. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for allowing me to be here. That was a night I can't forget.
Was the adrenaline just pumping?
Like, I was in the zone. Like, when my family was there too, and like the neighborhood, like I consider them family, and I don't know what to say. Like, I was out of words, and I seen them cheering every shot I was hitting.
So yeah, Foolish was dedicating his time to helping his little brother, and this was his excuse to not be in the streets or involved with GGG at all. But sadly, after Top 5 and the GGG members would leave Toronto, Foolish would become the next biggest target. July 30th, 2017. It's a quiet Sunday night as Foolish is walking to his local market like any other night. He walks to the market, buys a bag full of groceries, and then turns around and begins walking home. Little does he know, at this exact time, Falstaff
103 points, other team must have been trashed.
members are spinning the block. Then at 11 p.m. as he's approaching Dufferin Street, a car pulls right beside him. They roll their window down, they begin yelling at the man, and then when they see him turn around, they realize exactly who it is. Oh my goodness, it's Top 5's little brother. So sadly, without hesitation, they begin blowing.
Damn, they killed
This
Top
was the
5
blow
little
of all
brother?
blows for Top 5. His little
I didn't
brother
even know
gone.
Top 5 little brother got killed.
So many guys dying.
No, you're right. I didn't know Top 5 little brother got killed though. That's crazy, damn.
For no reason just like that. And to make matters worse, an alleged Falstaff member named Clutch would constantly go online and make fun of Foolish. He would allegedly post videos on his stories stepping on grocery bags over and over and over. So as you would expect, Top 5 was devastated, hurt, and angry all at the same time. Despite now living the good life in LA with Drake, Top 5 now had an itch to get revenge for his brother.
Right. Sheesh.
First, the man who trolled Foolish would lose his life while walking in his project.
Sorry, look, now his brother died.
The life they took
You know he about to go.
away. Yeah.
A mother in grief after the death of her 16-year-old son in the apartment building where they lived. She says she heard the gunshots.
Every time I come out my hallway, when I see the stairway he died, you know, I feel something.
Yeah, that's Top 5 moms.
I'm shaking.
And I guess his baby
Last
brother.
Thursday, Hanad Abdullahi was gunned down in an apartment at 30 Falstaff Avenue.
Hanad was a
They
good
look
kid.
like him too.
He had so much life, so much ambition, so many things to look forward
That's
to.
that's a family of people you recognize. Y'all look alike. Y'all all related for sure.
Life was cut short, all because he lives here.
In a community that has seen shootings before, today residents outside 30 Falstaff expressed frustration at what they say was a slow response by security.
They have been telling me exactly that it took that hour.
If the security could have been more on it, or you know what I'm saying, and they took their time type shit, you know what I mean?
To the police to arrive.
Whether or not Top 5 had anything to do with this, we don't know, but what we do know is that GGG were on a mission to avenge the loss of Foolish. So I guess it's safe to say that this was GGG's get back.
That's why what you leave is essential.
But for him, no amount of revenge was ever enough, and sadly, he would take it way too far. That takes us to January 30th, 2021. It's a freezing cold Saturday night in Toronto, and Top 5 is back in town. And on this night, he has no plans of kicking back or turning up. Instead, he wants to put in work. It's time to get some more revenge, so at 5 p.m. he gets picked up by his friend named Emmanuel. He hops in his gray Mercedes, and allegedly this is when he begins planning a hit. Then together they head to the ops territory, the 20, 30, and 40 blocks of Falstaff Avenue. They spin around the blocks for over an hour looking for rivals, but they don't see a soul outside. Top 5 is now increasingly frustrated, so he comes up with a second plan. He allegedly tells the driver to drop him off, let him run through the projects, and then he's gonna text him to tell him where to pick him up. So at 8:45, Top 5 hops out and begins walking through the ops section. Then finally at 9 p.m. he sees somebody walk out of a building and instantly he's on him. So
Remember, that's Drake Shooter. I mean, that's words from his mouth.
But all of these guys, who are they? Like related?
Canadian dude, just dudes from Canada, like, you know, Drake from Canada. So these is
people that
like the dudes he associated with, I guess. I mean, I'm not saying that out of my mouth. I'm repeating what he just said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just repeating what they said. I'm not trying to like make Drake hot. I'm just saying this is why they making this video. It's because they made him hot by saying, "Oh, we Drake Shooter." Oh, attaching yourself to Drake when you got all of this shit going on. Shit don't look good. And God forbid, well, not even God forbid, like, hopefully, this shit don't lead to no indictment because, nigga, with all of this attention and everything.
he allegedly walks up to the man and makes a terrible
I don't know
decision.
how indictments work in Canada, though. I know nothing about Canadian law.
Me neither.
So I really don't know if it could even, I don't even know, like, how do you
Maybe
get
they
indicted in
can
Canada?
teach
Like,
us.
like, I don't even know what it takes to get indicted in Canada type shit. Like,
He then texts the driver to pull around the building, he runs to the car, and they drive back to his apartment.
Or go to jail, right? I mean, in this story, at least
He thinks he just scored on a Falstaff member, but sadly, that's not the case at all. Yet another case of mistaken identity in the streets of Toronto. Hashim was not a member at all, instead just a regular student who happened to live in the projects. I'm not exactly sure whether Top 5 cared or not, because the rivals did do the same thing to his brother. Either way, this was a major case in Toronto and police would eventually figure it out. They would officially issue an arrest warrant for Top 5, and this is when he decided to go on the run. He was now ducking US Marshals while running around the city of Los Angeles. He's like, peace, catch me if you can. And of course, they would eventually catch him.
Now he here with us. Now he here in the United States of America. And you know how America coming.
He was like, how peace? Catch me if you can.
I'm out of here, Canada. Came to the U.S., but you know the U.S. Marshals ain't playing.
Then he came to L.A.
And that's the thing, too. Like, you know, if you're a criminal coming from Canada to the United States, it could happen. It'll work. But you'll never be a criminal from the United States, trying to escape to Canada. They so strict. They strict as hell. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. You ever hear about the Canadian borders and how, like, most people that try to cross the border don't even get across?
But they can come here. It's not
like, he just committed a crime. He damn near committed a murder and came right to the United States.
That's not fair. It's not fair.
Bring that bullshit to us.
On October 7th, 2021, he'd eventually be arrested by the Los Angeles SWAT team. And in everyone's mind, Top 5 was completely cooked. Now, as a result of this, you'd think that Drake would want to completely distance himself from Top 5 by the Los Angeles SWAT team. And in
Yo, this is a meme for sure.
Everyone's mind, Top 5 was completely cooked. Now, as a result of this, you'd think that Drake would want to completely distance himself from Top 5, at least publicly. But nope, instead he would buy him the most expensive lawyer in Canada by the name of Gary Grill. Regardless, this seemed like an impossible case to beat. They had his location through his phone, they had a motive, and of course they had all of the self-incriminating social media posts. Yeah, this is why everyone assumed that he would definitely be locked up for life.
He made a video from jail. He was locked up and he made a whole music video.
Oh, wow.
And you'll see, but we'll get there. In the meantime, let's focus back on Drake and what this all means for him.
Oh, shit.
Now, without his self-proclaimed top shooter and G-Way and GGG being locked up, Drake now has no protection in Toronto. Or at least that's what it seemed like from the outside looking in. Now, if he decided to stay in LA full-time, this really wouldn't matter, but Drake really wanted to go back to Toronto. By this time, he had already invested millions of dollars into his new beautiful mansion, so now he was committed to living full-time in the 6, meaning that he needed some real muscle in the streets. And little did people know, Drake still had one crew left that was rocking behind him. And just like that, we're introduced to Drake's final, but probably most prominent gang ties in Toronto.
So basically all of Drake's security guards were...
That introduces us to Reps Up, which really isn't a classic gang.
Some of them, or most of them, but he do got real security too, though. Okay. But yeah, as you can see, he do be rolling with, you know what I'm saying?
Gang. Instead, it's a collection of various hoods in Toronto, united to cause massive damage in the streets. Headed by crash-outs like Drake's close friends Fif and Baka, these guys are nothing to play with. And as far as Drake's
Baka got a weird case. Why is he around?
Close friends Fif and Baka
got a weird case. Why is he around?
These guys are nothing to play with. And as far as Drake's connection to them, well, everyone believes that Chubbs was the introduction. And just like that, Fif and Baka became major parts of OVO, with Drake referring to them multiple times in songs. To the world, these were just random shoutouts by Drake, but to the streets of Toronto, these guys were like mini King Vons. Especially Fif, as this guy, well, you'll see. He was definitely one of them ones, and
88 said Drake rolled with off-duty cops. Hey, that's smart.
Fortunately, he was blamed for a very bad incident in the summer of 2017. July 23rd, 2017. It's a hot summer evening in Toronto, and a woman named Rochelle Lewis is celebrating her 28th birthday. To do this, she hosts a massive barbecue in her backyard with over 200 people in attendance. The barbecue goes well into the nighttime with good music, good vibes, and good food. That's until midnight when allegedly Fif shows up. While walking around the backyard, he allegedly sees somebody that he had recently gotten into an altercation with at the club. The specific man is sitting next to Rochelle with his arm around her as they're laughing together. Then out of nowhere, all they hear is bang.
Who's this?
2 men are dead and 1 woman is in serious condition at hospital following an early morning shooting in this Scarborough area in the Morningside and Shepherd area. Now, it's tough to imagine, but up until just a few moments ago, this was an active crime scene, and most of this block was entirely boarded off from media or even pedestrians and vehicle traffic coming through. Police have just removed the police tape, and they are now continuing with their very active investigation. They're looking for a suspect or suspects. Trouble is, they're not quite sure who they're looking for just yet.
She has since been upgraded to serious but stable condition.
Yeah, they said she was turning 28. I hope she ain't the one that died, though.
Yeah, it was her, I think.
Because I started scratching my hair, I ain't gonna lie.
Now, it's tough to imagine, but up until just a few moments ago, this was an active crime scene, and most of this block was entirely boarded off from media or even pedestrians and vehicle traffic coming through. Police have just removed the police tape, and they are now continuing with their very active investigation.
Literally, on your birthday is when you should be the most safest. Like when you should try to do at least things
quite sure who they're looking for just yet.
She has since been upgraded to serious but stable condition.
The 2 deceased are 33-year-old Ronaldo Cole and a 30-year-old.
You should be able to enjoy your birthdays. You should be able to have cookouts with your peoples and enjoy stuff if you want, but you just know the outcomes of a lot of these things just because that's just how circumstances, you know.
Dwayne Campbell, both of Toronto. Both are known to police, although they won't say in what capacity. Now, we spoke with one of the owners of the home, and she confirmed that her daughter is the 3rd victim and remains in hospital. She didn't know the deceased, but police say they were invited to the party. She also didn't know how or why the shooting began. Police say they are still trying to gather those facts, too.
2 lives lost and Rochelle paralyzed for life, all for nothing. And unfortunately, despite there being over 100 witnesses, only 4 people came forward with descriptions, one of which being Rochelle herself. They described the man as darker skinned with a face tattoo, and that they heard that he had a recent altercation with the victims at a club. This, although a limited description, was a pretty good lead, and so I do believe that police would have eventually figured it out. But after this tragic incident, Drake's friend Fifth was so hated that everyone wanted his head. And that takes us to September 14th, 2017. It's 2:30 in the morning and reps.
These beady eyes. Yeah, you have a bad dream. It's gonna pop up like
Play.
So hated that everyone wanted his head. And that takes us to September 14th, 2017. It's 2:30 in the morning in Reps Up G-Way territory, and Fifth is hanging out in his project. In particular, he's hanging in the lobby with his friend on his building on Kennedy Road. Then at 2:45, 2 masked men in black hoodies walk inside the lobby. For whatever reason, Fifth plays it no mind, as it's pretty regular to be walking around masked up in his hood. And just as he predicted, the men walk right by him and into the stairwell. The men then exit the building from the back after realizing that wait, that was Fifth. So instantly they walk down the street to their white Ford Focus, grab their blicks, and return to the building. Then from outside the building, they start dumping at Fifth. Bam! As Toronto police describe it, the incident was 100% targeted, even overkill, as they say that the suspect...
Don't worry, he can't get you no more. Because, yo, she was scared, yo. She said his eyes was scaring her. So I'm like, listen, man, unfortunately he dead, but at least you don't got to worry about him getting you now, babe. Okay. You're good. You can sleep safely now. Even though, I got you, man.
Dumped over 50 times into Fifth. This had to be revenge for something, and I think we know what that something was. Either way, this was a major blow to Drake, as he and Fifth had become very close friends. And most importantly, this was yet another street war that Drake was now attached to. Pretty much all of his friends in Toronto had serious ops in the city and were destined for something to happen to them. Fifth was Drake's biggest crash out, so for something to happen to him meant that it could happen to anyone. Basically, by association, Drake had inherited the ops of G-Way, GGG, and now Reps Up. All of the bloodshed in the city involving his friends, and sadly, it didn't look like this could end anytime soon. So to all of you out there who thought that Drake's street lyrics were cap, I hope this video showed you that he had real situations in Toronto and many of his lyrics were actually real. But now we take an exit from the streets of Toronto and we enter all of Drake's beef in the rap industry. As we all know, Drake has been a very controversial figure in the rap industry since probably around 2011. He's beefed with rappers like Common, Swiss Beats, Tyga, Chris Brown, Nav, and of course Meek Mill, who he obliterated. Oh, and not to mention Pusha T, Kanye, DJ Drama, Joe Budden, The Weeknd, Rick Ross, Childish Gambino, XXX, Future, Jay-Z, Tory Lanez. Damn, this list is long. For whatever reason, everyone had a bone.
That's the list of people that Drake beefed with during his career. But he not beefing with all of them now, but I guess at one point in time, he's had beef with those people. Free Tory, too. I heard him saying Tory Lanez.
That's also...
Free Tory Lanez.
They use that also as a promotion, too. Sometimes,
that's true. Beef is a promotion.
Sometimes it's
Look,
fake.
beef just made Kendrick Lamar the biggest rapper in the world right now. Beef made him that.
To pick with Drake throughout his career, mostly to do with women, but also to do with those who think Drake moves like a slime. However, after all these beefs, Drake seemingly came out victorious after every single one. That would of course be until 2024, when Kendrick Lamar would absolutely destroy him. The rap beef has been covered like a million times, but I guess I'll go over the basics. Basically, Drake and Kendrick had an ongoing feud dating back to like 2013, but nobody really picked up on it. There were subliminal disses here and there, but because nobody actually said each other's name, it never really picked up any traction. That would of course be until April of 2024 when they started publicly going back and forth. Diss song after diss song after diss song, they were cutting deep and nobody really knew who was winning yet. Then comes May 4th, when Kendrick drops the haymaker of all haymakers. Not Like Us, the biggest song of the year and possibly the biggest diss song of all time. Now, many people think that this is the end of Drake's career. I don't know about that, but it definitely hurt him. But all of this is not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is that 3 days after the diss, something tragic would happen at Drake's mansion. May 7th, 2024.
A shooting outside music star Drake's Toronto mansion has left a security guard seriously wounded. Right now, investigators are looking for the gunman. Police are using video footage obtained at the scene to investigate the 2 a.m. drive-by shooting. The security guard was shot in the chest, is hospitalized in serious condition. It is unclear whether Drake was home at the time. Toronto police acknowledged there is a rap feud between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, but say it's too early to determine.
Thankfully, Drake's security guard was okay, but regardless, this was a scary situation. Instantly, everyone started jumping to conclusions like, oh my goodness, the Compton minion did this to Drake. This is what happens when you mess with Compton. Little did these people know, Drake has various street beefs in Toronto that were definitely a part of this situation. Also, what do you guys think Compton is? I'm convinced everyone is stuck in 1992 because these days Compton isn't even like that. And even if it was still like that, do you guys think that it gives you superpowers to go do something in Toronto, a whole different country? Regardless, in my opinion, the shooting of Drake's bodyguard had nothing to do with Kendrick and everything to do with his local beefs in Toronto. And if we're being honest, nothing is gonna happen between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, like, let's just be honest. That would be unless one of Kendrick's squabblers would take a chance on Drake's crew, but Drake's crew doesn't seem too worried about it. And that takes us back to Drake's self-proclaimed top shooter. As you can remember, Top 5 was facing life in prison for a 2021 murder, and based on all of the evidence and phone records and motives, everyone believed that he was cooked. However, Drake was able to buy him Canada's most expensive lawyer, and somehow a miracle would occur.
The murder case against Hassan Ali, better known by his stage name Top 5, ended today when the prosecution stayed the charges stemming from a 2021 fatal shooting in North York. Ali stepped out of the University Avenue courthouse nearly 3 years after he was arrested and charged with directing the murder of 20-year-old accounting student Hashim Omar Hashi, who was gunned down in his car at 40 Falstaff Avenue on January 31st, 2021.
I feel like Shohei Ohtani. I feel like a baseball player, superstar.
The murder case collapsed Monday morning before the Toronto rapper was set to stand trial in front of a jury when a judge excluded the key evidence his counsel, Gary Grill, calls entirely circumstantial.
The way that Mr. Ali was charged in the first place was as a result of his lyrics.
Yo, bro, he's just stepped out of jail talking like this. That is funny, though. Top 5 just walked out the jail and he talking about he feel like a superstar. Drake got that nigga a superstar lawyer. That's why, nigga.
So as a result of the videos that he was putting out there, it's a result of his medium as a drill rap artist that attracted the attention of the police.
And if I bring this car now, you better talk low.
Grill says the Crown also alleged Ali was the mastermind of the 2021 shooting and was in the backseat of the suspect vehicle.
According to the Crown, there was somebody in a backseat of the car wearing a gray tracksuit.
Ali, who was 22 at the time of his arrest, was taken into custody in Los Angeles 8 months after the fatal shooting in North York and charged with first-degree murder.
Shout out to the Toronto South Detention Center for the hospitality.
He also spent time in Milton's Maplehurst complex, where in 2023 he managed to record a music video from behind.
My nigga sound like he just left the days in.
Thank you.
Bars.
Nigga just left the Hilton.
Triggering an investigation from Ontario's Solicitor General.
Like, yo, that's how you talk after you just enjoyed the free breakfast. You know the free breakfast that you get at some of these hotels?
That you had to rush before they close on you?
Yeah. That's how you talk after you just enjoyed. Thank you for the hospitality as you walk off with your plate.
Outside the courthouse, Ali denied any gang involvement and thanked a supporter.
And shout out to my boy Drake, man.
As for the 20-year-old who was killed,
R.I.P. I'm an innocent man. Hope they find whoever did that. I'm an innocent man, you know what I mean?
That's his brother, remember? Oh, you're talking about his victim. You know, him and his victim, damn, they look alike.
Just like that, Drake's top demon is back on the streets. Now, you'd think that after nearly getting life in prison, he'd want to lay low and change around his lifestyle. But again, we're talking about top 5, Toronto's biggest crash out. And instead of laying low and changing his image, as soon as he gets out, he begins threatening Kendrick Lamar. First, he goes on live stream with DJ Ack, and he says that he needs Kendrick Lamar dead.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name is Hassan Ali.
Pleasure, brother.
You watching this? I beat a first-degree murder 2 days ago. I haven't slept ever since. I prepared the little things, everything for my boy Kendrick. I want to greet him. I want to greet him so bad, man.
Kendrick come to the sick. Kendrick say about to book a show. He say about to shut the place down still.
You sure?
Probably gonna be with all the police.
No, even he's with the police. He's done. He's done. He ain't coming. He ain't coming. Metro Boomin too.
It's
Metro,
a no-fly zone,
Yo,
man.
Metro Boomin, man. I see what you're trying to do, my boy, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. It ain't. Hold on, Ack. It ain't safe, Metro.
I've been hearing some. Yo, does the GGs still run the 6? Does the GGs and the Watson still run this? I just want to know.
Yo, we expanded like the WNBA. You know how the WNBA got a new Toronto team? Oh, get this HOC now. There's 16-year-old boys. I just came on, bro. I just came on. I seen a 16-year-old boy that told me I can't wait to see Kendrick. Just say home 5. It's on me. I don't gotta do the dirty work.
No, yeah.
For once. Usually it's me behind that.
Bro. Yeah, this nigga just be saying I'm Drake Shooter out loud too. Like, yo. I like top 5 too. He funny. He just a wild nigga. He be making Drake hot.
Yo, listen, man. I just want 2 people right now. I'm not, it's not a threat. I'm just looking for Metro Boomin and Kendrick Lamar. I'm doing my homework right now. I'm doing my task on them right now. Nothing incriminating. I'm just looking for.
If you ran to Metro Boomin or Kendrick, what would that?
Metro Boomin 101.
Yeah,
I don't want no weapons, nothing. I'm knocking the fuck.
We're putting a bag on that fight stuff.
Kendrick,
private sleeping and first round.
You passed the border. You passed the border, man. Chubb's calling me. You passed the border, man. You passed the border, man. I am Drake Shooter. 2024, I am Drake Shooter.
You don't know Broski's in Drake's ball league, eh? He's the starting shooting guard, man.
Listen, ain't nobody doing nothing dumb to Drake no more. Pedro, so that's all I gotta say. I'm home. And ain't no come to Toronto. Kendrick, your band.
Damn.
Under your band. Should've blew your head off when I was with Draco the Ruler.
Oh, shit.
Was it 400?
He's not here with OG's in them.
Long live Draco the Ruler. No, he ain't blessed me. He ain't blessed, man. He's switching on Drake.
switching on Drake?
He switching on Drake, yeah, man.
YG switching. So YG 400 from the West Coast. You think he's switching on Drake?
Where's Champagne Poppy? Yes, yeah, big up Champagne Poppy.
Send me the link to the audio.
Yo, shoot us home. Big up Champagne Poppy. Yo, hit us home. Big up Champagne Poppy. Your bodyguard is home.
Top 5 makes some bold statements, and clearly he's not scared of the Compton squabblers.
Are you not scared?
Scared of what?
Kendrick?
We got money.
Kendrick and his people?
Kendrick Lamar?
Yo, you're scared of Kendrick?
Tell him come to town. Swiss cheese.
What happened if he comes to Toronto?
I'll get the low, put on my Nike Tech Black. Tell YG get us a driver. Put the window down, it is what it is, get some fresh air.
Where's Drive By King? Drive By King.
Yo, where's Drive By King? Drive By King's right there. We can't even do Kendrick Lamar on feet. We gotta make Drive By King.
Do you guys think that Top 5 and GGG are actually serious about doing something to Kendrick Lamar? Well, after watching all of the crazy events of this video, what do you guys think about Drake? It all started after he got robbed in 2009, but do you guys think that Drake adopting all these gangs into OVO was a smart decision? And most importantly, do you think that his association with all these gangs will ever catch up to him? And I mean in the streets and also in the courtroom. Well, in my opinion, this was a pretty good video.
Yo. Yerski, we got a cheaters video, man. Let's see what's going on. Is his girlfriend cheating with her guy friends? Listen, man. I think I done told y'all how I feel about guy friends before and how you gotta watch this. But listen, let's get to it. Let's watch this video.
Okay.
Let's watch this video. Hey, Mary. Welcome to the chat. How you feeling tonight, girly? Babe, say hi to Mary.
Hi, Mary.
How you feeling tonight? Yeah, we got Cool 88 in the chat. You know he out here. And yes, like the video like Mary said. We got to cheat this video. Let's see what's up with it.
Yo, who's Armando? Who's Emiliana? Armando. So we're testing your girl.
Today we bugged this house with hidden cameras.
I gotta see her.
What you said? You said, do you? Oh yeah, you gotta see. Let's look at her before we judge, because you know sometimes it's easy to say if she gonna pass or fail. But let's see if she gonna pass or fail.
Cameras and microphones to help Armando find out if his girlfriend Joanna was truly loyal to him or not.
Armando, meet Adam. Adam over here is gonna be the decoy today.
That's how your brother looks.
When he's gonna be hitting. He took one look and he was like, oh.
Yeah. The plan was to get Joanna to this house so that her decoy Adam could flirt with her and eventually ask her on a date. Will she entertain his advances or will she end up remaining loyal?
You think she's gonna fold?
Bro, without a doubt, bro.
Without a doubt, bro.
Oh my god.
He says she gonna fold, but he's supposed to think that he's the guy that's gonna try to get her to fold.
Who's
so he confident. This guy's the boyfriend. The other guy's the guy that's gonna try to get her to fold. So that's
no more, bro. I hope you guys got your talkies because you guys already know. This gonna be good.
So why is it that you wanted to test your girl?
Cause I feel like there's a lot of things she does like hella sus, like sketchy and stuff. For example, if I ask her for her phone, like I don't do it because I think like she's cheating.
Ecuadorian or something.
Where is that? Is that in California or?
Where they taping this? Yeah. I think Cali. Honestly, I don't know though.
If it's in Cali,
I want to see her reaction, and her reaction says everything.
Okay.
Like she'd be like, no, hiding. Even like if I'm just driving around, I want to connect her phone to the aux. Like it gotta be my phone for some reason.
Oh, like, she doesn't let her phone be connected to the computer.
Why can't it be her phone?
Why? Because she might get a text from someone else or something?
Maybe, and then all of a sudden she changed her password on her phone.
She changed her password?
I don't know it.
Big red flag. So you never been through her phone? Nothing like that?
Nah.
Do you give her access to your phone?
Yeah, I don't do nothing.
Damn.
Don't forget about all the guy friends she has. A lot of guy friends.
She has a lot of guy friends?
Only guy friends. Only guy friends.
She has only guy friends?
Yeah.
Yo, honestly, kicking it with only guy friends is crazy. And that's actually one of the reasons why Armando's cousin Emiliana.
They be running the train on when he not around.
There is a thing like...
They invite her over so they can all have some fun. She hang around all guys. Red flag.
No, convinced him to do this. You see, he was the one that filled out our submission form and convinced Armando to come onto the show. And I don't blame him. He's just trying to look out for his little cousin. Joanna's kicking it with all dudes.
Like recently, like a couple weekends ago, like 2 weekends ago, we went to a baile in Stockton, like a dance, whatever.
I'm trying to see the girl. So
she took a guy friend. Like I was meeting her there, but she took a guy friend. So I was there.
How you know? She might be.
She can be white.
Why you assume that? Because how he look?
She can be white or Mexican.
All right, let's see.
But the guy friend was also there.
Do you
imagine he come out with a fine ass black girl?
Okay, she can be black. I didn't say anything.
Feel like she might be talking to one of those guys, or?
I feel like one of them, like, I'd say the closest one, there's always still a chance, but I believe her on that one. Because, like, I told her mom about it and everything, like, what's going on with this guy. But I feel like there's some that I don't know about. Because, like, sometimes, like, she'll be like, oh, this guy texted, like, oh, just my friend.
One of the side guys, and she has an actual boyfriend.
Is he
You think
gonna
you
be
spot
one?
more red flags?
Oh, he's coaching this guy.
Being like
He
an outsider of the
usually be the
relationship?
decoy, but they say
Possibly, and also it's his first girl, you know, so it's like...
Yeah, that's my first girl.
I'm trying to see the
Have you talked to her about it? Have you told her, like, hey, you're hanging out with too many guys?
I did, but, like, she's the same thing, like...
The fact that it makes you uncomfortable, though, is an issue. Like, she should...
I'm trying to aim for right now, you know?
Yeah. Tell Armando just be like, babe, hurry the up or some shit.
Because
it's even called happening here.
We were getting like a lot of interference, so our cameras and equipments were not working or connecting properly. I was way more concerned about getting the cameras working versus
we're gonna see what I guess they setting up to come to the house.
how everything looked. So I want to.
When she gets to the house, the dude gonna have to leave or something, and then the other guy's gonna stay there and start flirting.
Apologize about these angles. These were not our best. Eventually, Miguel gets a text that the cousins have returned.
Damn, he mugged up with the buzzball. That's crazy.
What's good?
Hey, where you at? I'm outside.
Bro, right here. Let me make sure I'm on the right spot.
Armando and Emiliano for the first time.
She's small. You did say little. You said tiny. She's tiny.
I was right, and she's Mexican. She looks Latina.
After introductions, Miguel now takes everyone to the
no,
second
let's
living
see.
room.
I
They'll spend
saw
a good
this
20
little
minutes here working the ice.
Y'all sit down. Y'all want water? You guys want water? You want water? You want buzzball?
Yeah, I think she Latina. But I could be wrong though.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's definitely a setup. It's for sure a setup.
Honestly, but we're just celebrating like everybody's like success and we've all been like grinding out. So
damn, it's not in focus. It's because I can't control it with my controller.
Everything was going as planned, but I really apologize about these cameras. Some sort of interference was still not letting us control these things and making them look good. But on the bright side, the scenario felt real. Everyone was doing such a great job.
How long are you guys in town for? Ah, no way. And what brings you guys in?
Your birthday.
Oh, it's your birthday? Oh, that's cool.
Well, in a couple days.
When's your birthday? The 5th?
oh, so it's like your birth week or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you turning?
22.
22? And what do you guys have planned? We're gonna go out later today. We're just gonna kick back right now. We're gonna go get some food in a bit. We're gonna go out somewhere like downtown.
Okay, they're acting hungry. That's good.
It was crucial that these guys acted hungry. You guys will see why in a bit.
Now we're just gonna go get like some fast food or something quick. And then we're gonna go to, have you been to Route 50 in DTLA? It's sick. We got like bottles, and it's like in the, I think like the 16th floor. And you get like the whole view of like the whole downtown. It's sick.
We can get them in. Well, like I know the owner, so we can get them in.
So far, things were going good, but looking back on it, I do wish Joanna was a little bit more involved in the conversation. I mean, the guys were trying though, but obviously they couldn't force her to talk. At the end of the day, it makes sense though. She didn't know the guy, so she's probably super shy, which is why we were still breaking the ice.
Yeah, we just got this pad like 5 months ago.
Bro,
yeah.
no PlayStation.
Nah.
Bro, Miguel and Emiliano are selling this, bro.
The guys' efforts were beginning to pay off. It seemed like Joanna was getting a little bit more comfortable and part of the conversation. As I'm sure you guys can tell,
Yeah, she got her head dyed super black.
though, this one took a while. I mean, it put poor Kyle to sleep.
Both of you guys from like the, what is it, 559?
209. Come on, bro. Don't disrespect Don't disrespect talking like that, bro.
All this ice breaking was necessary, though. I mean, Joanna was going to eventually be here by herself.
You guys want to go check out the whips real quick?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
I'll go show him the Corvette. Or...
You gonna hop in them or what?
Nomi's gonna humbly show you guys a vet.
After a very long conversation, Miguel finally begins the next step of our plan, which was to show off the cars. We're using them to set up the ISO.
Wait, so whose crib is this again?
All of ours. We all split rent.
You
Yeah.
three? It's just you three? Or
Now it's 4 of us.
Where's the fourth one?
Yeah.
He's upstairs.
What do you guys think so far, guys? 50-50?
Yeah. Hey, which one helping him first?
Huh?
Which one you helping him first? I don't want to touch it, bro.
It's just an M3, fool. Nothing crazy. Glaze a homie, fool. That worth 150K MSRP.
Like, this is cool, you know. Like, I know you dropped the bag on it. I'm not trying to like.
We instructed Emiliano and Armando to act more interested in the M3. Reason why was so that they could test drive it, without Joanna, of course. To ensure she wouldn't tag along, we filled the back seats. And just when things were going good, when we had found our rhythm and everything, the homeowner decides to come home. Yes, the homeowner.
No.
How's it going?
You could come right here.
I live here, bro. It's my house.
Oh, cool.
No.
Were you calling him?
The homeowner showed up because it's an Airbnb.
Oh.
And the homeowner showed up, but the thing is,
he can mess up the whole thing.
Hopefully he don't say nothing about being a homeowner because this dude just capped like we just moved in here a couple months ago. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So hopefully
he's like, this is my house.
Yeah, hopefully he don't. I mean, hopefully he don't say that.
No.
What is he doing?
Yeah, the homeowner didn't get the message that we already started filming. We texted him letting him know.
No, we're undercover right now. Yeah, and they're not in. The girl's not in. That's how I'm like.
We literally texted him. We called him.
Why is the homeowner even showing up when y'all rented the Airbnb? The homeowner don't show up when you rent it. What the hell's going on?
As we got the homeowner up to speed, David did his best to keep
Then he going in like he got a room in there like he about to go to or something. Like, what is he even doing there?
Joanna distracted. It was good damage control, but I mean, the damage was already done.
You think this is gonna it up? I think the only thing he might have was the energy of how it was flowing. Hopefully he didn't say anything specific.
No, it's because the homie's filming the food from upstairs. Yeah. I guess I was like his music manager. Yeah, so no, he just went upstairs, pretty much. Yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't up, man. That was kind of a good playoff. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think he did well.
Yeah, low-key, I'm starving, fool. You guys want to go?
Well, if anything, we can just all go get food after. You can just take them to drive real quick.
I only got space for 3 though.
That's fine.
Yeah, cool.
Hop in. Let's go. I'm gonna go back here.
Okay, it's working. All right. Our plan was back on. We were moving this test forward. Yeah, it was a little bumpy. Joanna now knows that this house is a rental. Maybe she even feels like the cars are rentals. As long as she doesn't catch on to the fact that she's on a loyalty test is what matters.
You don't like that car? You're not like a fan of cars, are you?
Color's ugly, huh?
The color's ugly is crazy.
Color's ugly.
I love that color. If anything, I like that one, but this one's really nice too. This is really nice. Oh, she said she don't like this one either. What?
I mean, it's nice. Just either black or red. Those are my 2 options.
All we gotta do now is get Joanna in the C8R. Adam has to offer her a ride.
Yo, get the guys, but don't bring them back yet.
Yeah, I'm here with them right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just like shoot me a text because I can't hear you.
And you haven't done anything for your birthday?
So far, no.
Oh, what did you want to do at least?
I mean, I walked the Hollywood little stars, so that was still something new. I did last year to see Ivan, and I didn't really do much. I went to Long Beach though.
Oh, Long Beach? Yeah. I grew up in Long Beach, so I love Long Beach. That's like my
really
hometown.
Nice place. I've never been there before, but the only reason why I wanted to go was because Jenny Rivera.
Oh, yeah.
Joanna was much more comfortable in opening up, but Adam was missing the perfect chance to take her on a birthday ride in the C8R.
Have you ever lived out here?
I don't know, maybe in the future, who knows? But
no, for sure.
I'm more like a caballos, gallinas, babes.
Your last later.
Yeah.
Do you want to stay out here or you want to go back inside?
Oh, they're bringing her back into the house. Wait, why did they take her to wait, what the is going on?
David was like, let's go back in.
No way. No, why isn't he going on the test drive? Because Joanna was much more talkative with David, he brought her back inside.
He's got to take her on a drive, bro.
So like, whose car was better? Because you said you didn't like the neon green. No.
The black one's yours outside, right?
Yeah.
That one's nice. I just don't mess with the gray.
I'm gonna get it wrapped either way. So.
I'm more like a GMC.
You don't want to go take it like for a drive?
Huh?
You don't want to go take it for a drive?
That's fine.
Okay, that's good. She's getting in the car. I think he did it. I think we're good. I think we're good.
That's a red flag. Why the hell she want to get up and go jump in that man's car and go for a ride with him?
Yeah, you're right.
That's a red flag already. I ain't saying she failed, but she on the way. Like, she leading herself into a fail.
But what did her boyfriend say that he was gonna go?
The boyfriend jumped in the car with the other friends, and they was what they would say they had to go get snacks. Go get fast food and stuff. So why is she just why the hell she just decided? Because they were talking about, oh, you like the car? It was nice, right? Want to go for a ride? You want to go for a ride? And she like, okay, why not?
Yeah, she should have.
Like, bro, relax. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you don't even know this nigga. God forbid you go out there, go get into a whole car crash with this nigga, or you go out there, he drive you somewhere secluded, try to R-word you because you don't know this nigga. He's a whole stranger. Like, you know what I mean? You just jumping in the car with this stranger is kind of suspect. I'll digress.
Oh man, thank God Adam was able to recover.
Okay, we did it.
Taking Joanna on a small ride around the block not only sets up the ISO, but also allows for Armando and Emiliano to re-enter the home.
Maybe the homeowner getting into the picture today.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like brand new, but I mean, it's up there.
Okay, having had some extra time to analyze things allowed some thoughts to cook up in our head. You see, we realized that Joanna was opening up and being more conversational with David, so we called him upstairs.
I already got 3 tickets. Huh? I already got 3 tickets. Yeah, it's whatever.
Adam was doing a great job, and I'm sure he would have given us a solid test. However, we felt more chemistry between Joanna and David, so we decided to make David our new decoy. We learned our lesson, guys. We were gonna switch these guys out quick. We weren't messing this up this time. Now, okay, look, pause. Here's the other thing. David actually does social media himself. I don't know how many of you guys knew that, but this man is pretty popular. Well, we're thinking that maybe, just maybe, she recognized him, which is why she's actually gravitated and opened up more with him. Now, this was actually a good thing. See, it could have worked out either way. If Adam were a decoy, it would have made him look good, like he hangs out with famous people. But if we had David going in there, he could use his notoriety to potentially expose this girl as a cheater. Or I mean, should we just throw Miguel in there? Or how about the GOAT himself? They're coming up. We ultimately chose to run with David. Now, I'm not saying she's gonna fail. I'm just saying the plot has thickened. So I hope you guys got those talkies, because you guys already know. This is gonna be good. Do you or someone you know want to set up a loyalty test with us? Fill out our form below. Do you want to play decoy? There's a form for that too.
Which one's like the best one that got down?
I'm more like a baile. Like the Stockton Fairgrounds, San Jose, Fresno.
How was she from the beginning? How was she like in a car ride over here and everything?
She just wanted to know where we're going, and he just kept saying his boy's house.
Oh, okay.
And then, I mean, it was hella traffic, so she was getting annoyed.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Miguel, you left the biggie there. Biggie buzzball.
Oh, yeah.
Adam returned after a quick 5-minute drive. It was a short ride, but it got the job done.
Well, I mean, because I'm 21. I turned 22 in April. That's why I'm going to Ranchella. Hopefully they get down. I don't know. I'm going to have to see.
Not loud when you drive slow, though.
I was driving slow. Thing is, I'm not trying to get no more tickets.
Had we stuck to our original plan, Adam would begin trying to ask her out. Of course, though, we were switching things up.
Okay, David, it's a tough task, bro, but just do what you can at this point.
You have a rancho over there in Sacramento?
No, I live in a rancho, they say, but it's not like a big ass rancho, like a barn and stuff like that.
So you don't have like horses or anything?
I had one, pero I had to give it to somebody else. It was too much.
Yeah.
So she's doing good though.
That's cool. What color was it? Like
iPhone.
Nervous.
You know, he'd be doing like the most random TikToks. Like I'd be right here chilling on my phone and he's over there dancing or doing some weird like.
Why don't you get into doing TikToks?
What do you mean?
Or like, why don't you film like more of your like funny videos, get like into it? Like that's not your thing?
What would be the reason for me to take or like what would be the
Well, there is no reason. It's like, well, I mean,
just do anything.
Well, like, okay, how into social media are you? Like, do you enjoy doing it? Where like you could be like, oh, like if I get paid on this, like I'll do it full time. That's why. That's what I'm saying. Like, why don't you just like animate to do like some skits or something like that? I feel like I don't know. You give the vibe where you could do it. ¿Te gusta bailar, no? There you go. I would do it, but I'm hella like chopped with my dancing right now because I haven't gone to Ranchella in like a good minute.
I'm sure Adam was hella confused. Like, what the hell is David doing here? This wasn't part of the plan.
We gotta get Adam out of there now.
Hey, this is the manager for the content.
Yo, the boyfriend just over here looking mad sad right here watching this shit. He knows she fell.
He looks like a sad puppy.
Yeah, man. He definitely like a poop hut. He's sad as hell right now, man. He like, God damn, she gonna fail. She saw the nice car, she opened. Her brothers be having nice cars too. I knew that was gonna get her. That's what he thinking.
It looks like he likes her a lot.
Yeah, that's his girl. You better like her.
Hey, this is the manager for the content. I'm gonna take it real quick. Hello?
And so with that, we fill Adam in on the new plan. We tell him to wait outside for a little bit and then eventually make his way upstairs.
All right, let's see what David can cook up.
You going to school for what? CNA. Oh, like you want to be a nurse or you want to just be a CNA?
I'm already a medical assistant.
Medical assistant. Okay, that's dumb.
Yeah, I want to be a cop, but.
A cop? Well, remind me not to say anything like illegal in front of you, because.
No, it's just I want to be a cop, but my mom, typical Mexican, you know, they don't want you to go into risky.
Oh yeah, I know for sure. Yeah.
So I was like, my second option was medical assistant, so I did that. And then the cop, I found out you kind of have to be a certain height.
Well, I'll tell you. Wait, stand up real quick. Stand up. I'll tell you like 5'1", 4'11".
Yeah.
Deadass? 4'11"? That's like what? That's like fun size. That's like the perfect size.
5 feet.
5 feet? Nah, that's like perfect height.
Oh yeah, David is getting in there. Things are getting interesting.
He should get closer. He should pull up a chair closer.
Perfect size is crazy.
I feel like David missed an opportunity to sit next to her, but on the flip side, we also should have made this a much more intimate setting. We should have moved the furniture much closer. But again, with all the camera issues we were having, we weren't even thinking about that.
Well, I don't know. I'm encouraging you to do those social media things just because if I see someone that like does it, I mean, or that's like attempting to do it.
I never really done videos like that. Like back then, all on TikTok, on your old TikToks.
Yeah.
I do have like dancing videos with like guys and everything, but those are back in the days. So it's like you can't really get mad about those. But ever since like I haven't really posted myself dancing.
Yeah.
Until I met him, and we have a couple videos of me dancing there, but me dancing with another guy and posting it.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. No, I don't know.
No.
Wait, okay, I'm a little confused. David just asked her about making dance videos, and suspiciously, her response was to bring up her boyfriend and say that he can't get mad at other dance videos that she's made with other guys? Has she caught on to the loyalty test? Or is she just referring to a prior conversation that she had with David?
Okay, no, the reason why I was asking is because like my family lives in the Bay, and I'm always out there, but there's no creators out there in the Bay. I don't know if you noticed that. There's like no creators. Everybody's over here. That's why we moved out here. But whenever I go out there, I've been needing people to do videos with. I don't know if you'd be down to...
Videos?
Yeah, to do like a little video with me here and there. I mean, si no es tóxico el muchacho.
Here we go. Here we go.
Like what kind of videos?
Just like boyfriend and girlfriend relatable skits. You know, one side on the car, the other side over here. I don't know. If that's something you'd be into.
I don't think so. I don't know.
No?
I mean, if anything, it's like I would want to talk to a boyfriend about it. It just seems like.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Talk to it. Yeah, no, for sure.
I don't want to tell you like, oh, tell me yes, and then, you know.
Yeah.
Night, Mary. Have a good evening, girly.
Good night.
But look, his girl did good. She was like, nah, I'd have to talk to my boyfriend about it.
It's like I would want to talk to a boyfriend about it.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Talk to it. Yeah, no, for sure.
I don't want to tell you like, oh, tell me yes, and then, you know.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, that's good. All right, so you know what? She doing good. She doing good.
Just talking about it and see if he says what he thinks about it.
No, yeah, just because, you know, I hate coming all the way down here to just film those videos. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, think about it. Think about it and let me know. You'd be helping me out, and I feel like we can help each other out. If that's something you'd be into.
Yeah, I'll just, like I said, I'm gonna talk to my boyfriend first.
Yeah, she doing good.
Did it again.
Yeah, she doing good. I'm fucking with her. All right.
See, because we try to support each other out here and there with like things, like I support me with the city.
Hell yeah, no, that's all support right there, yeah.
Support me with like my school or like my job or anything that's coming up that's big for me. So we try to support each other here like all the time. So.
Well, you think I could get like your number and then you can tell your boyfriend about it?
I don't give my number like that to people.
No, or your Instagram? Not even your Instagram?
No, she
That's
passing.
crazy.
She passing.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good, you're good. I'm not gonna take it to the heart or anything. No. Yeah.
She passing.
Okay, no.
Good girl. Good girl.
My friend comes first.
No.
My boyfriend comes first. She's saying that.
He happy, because he was looking sad.
How do you take that?
Good girl.
Just turn him down.
She turned him down.
I would have folded.
She said,
Did they text you about the food or anything? Because Loki was in the shower, but...
Now you gotta still come out and tell her that this was a loyalty test, and now she gonna be mad at you regardless. But let's watch it.
Nah, she passed. I wouldn't say anything, to be honest.
I know some people be saying, are you gonna tell them or let
Don't
them find?
say anything
They gonna
because-
find out later when they see themselves on the joint.
Oh yeah.
Unless they never see it, but you know, somebody's gonna see it and send it to them and say,
They
"Yo,
can
is this
get
you?"
upset. They can get upset.
Hey, for sure, I would get upset if you put me on a loyalty
Actually,
test.
it depends how the
I'm
person.
like, what the hell you put me on a loyalty test for?
It depends how the person is. She can be chill and just not care about it.
Let's see. We gonna find out.
But I wanted the food first, and They're taking a little too long. What?
Like turning down David vlog. He's literally offering her to come do videos, like come famous potentially.
She turned all that down. That's crazy.
It was like, let me talk to my boyfriend first, and then it's not like I'll get your number and then tell my boyfriend.
Oh, there's a B?
I want to do 2 Bs,
Yeah, I got to just. Oh, it's like coming straight at you, huh? Just like flock it out. You want to move somewhere else? You want to go over there?
And so with that, Joanna passes her loyalty test.
I feel like she's just not interested.
She's not interested?
And, well, maybe she is if it wasn't...
This grand scenario.
If it was like just a regular guy that has like maybe no money or anything. Because she didn't seem like she was that much into the cars or the jewelry or anything. This guy seemed more
So she's loyal. So she's loyal then. Yeah, that's good.
That was the awkward part. That's the awkward part.
You gotta tell her, bro. You gotta tell her.
I feel like we could have gotten him to fold with Dave before we got her to fold.
I would have voted it. Right away.
Yeah,
Right away. Pull up the phone.
You can't say, oh, because, like you said, if she passed for the guy with the stuff, then she probably would pass with the guy without the stuff. So I don't want to take points against her when she's really doing it well. She really did good on this loyalty test.
Seen the show before?
Nah, she know nothing.
Right.
She on the beaner side of TikTok.
And so with that, Armando decides to have a conversation with his girlfriend. Honestly, I feel like that's the best thing to do because she might come across this video, or how Miguel said, one of her guy friends might send it to her. With that being said though, let me know how you guys think she did, and don't forget to grab them Takis.
Don't be good.
Oh, they don't show that.
They're gonna show it. She might already be, listen, I mean, this, I could be just be ODing. She might already be messing with one of her guy friends that she be around, and she like, I don't need extra niggas. I already got my boyfriend. I'm here with my boyfriend. I'm already cheating on him with the guy friend nigga that I got. I ain't about to meet a whole nother nigga here and back him too. But I could be wrong. I'm just saying. What you think? She passed though. She passed.
Gave her.
Yeah, nah, she passed for sure. She passed. She got the credit.
Yep. Huh?
What is this?
A YouTube video. What's up, gang? So
I'm so lost. What's going on?
So basically, this guy, he a YouTuber, and like he like finds like cheaters, like catches cheaters, like sets them up. So we set you up. Let's see if you cheat. Like when I left, we were watching the whole time. Like I don't know, man.
I think you
got
can
me,
explain
bro.
it better.
I'm so scared.
This
bro.
entire thing was basically just a loyalty test. So we set up this entire scenario. So like none of this was real. Like these guys don't actually live here. We just hired them to pretend like they lived here. Those cars out there aren't really their cars. Yeah. So the entire thing was just like an elaborate test to see what you would do when another guy would ask you for your number and stuff. And yeah, and you passed. So that was good. Yeah. How do you feel that he put you on the loyalty test?
I mean.
Nah, he knew you were gonna pass though. He knew you were gonna pass though.
He thought you were gonna fail.
Nah, I was in the middle.
You were in the
Nah, I had faith though.
I feel confused. I don't know how to. I don't even know what to say. It's just like. I'm more questioning. Like, why would you do that? So, like you've seen.
You gave me the reason. The reason, yeah.
Oh, now they show it.
You used to hide me from your stories.
Huh?
You hid me from your IG stories.
You was right, she Mexican.
Nah, that's a...
That's a reason. That's a reason. I'm not saying you
Did I
cheated.
posted anything bad about it?
I was hidden. Can I see?
Oh yeah, you couldn't even see.
I'm not saying you cheated. I'm just saying it's a reason.
I still told you about it. At the end of the day, I still told you about it. But it was anything bad that I posted?
But what was the purpose about it though?
I didn't want to just see that specific thing.
So what was
I
that?
forgot what was it about. It's like.
That's a reason. I'm not saying you did cheat. I'm just saying that's a reason.
That is true. I'm gonna take that honest opinion. That is true.
He did mention some things that he felt that you have done that have made him a little unsure. Like he feels like you talk to a lot of guys or hang out with a bunch of guys. Do you think that's an issue?
Why do the
I mean, I'm very
smiley face the whole
socialized
time, and then
person.
now
Like I grew
no
up,
smiley
I even
face
told them as well. I grew up with a lot of guy friends. I had girls friends, but they all gave me my back. And then I grew up with guy friends since I was in preschool. But like I would never cheat on
why
them or
block
give them
her
the
face the
reason
whole
to think
video?
I'll cheat on him like that. You know that.
She
Would
passed.
you be willing to cut off any of those guys to make him happy?
She passed. She didn't mind being on it.
I basically did. The only person I talked to is just to one guy so far, and he already met him before. But other than that, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't really hung out with any guys like that ever since I started talking to him.
But if they didn't show up for the jump, we didn't know she passed.
You know that. The only person I talked to the most is you know who.
But still,
And
though.
you've seen that.
Still.
And I'm being honest with you about it. Like, I'm not lying to you. I'm not hiding it from you either.
What about like showing up to the baile with another guy, and you invited him though? Like he's your boyfriend.
Huh?
You showed up to a baile with another guy.
That baile was talking on is that it? Well, one, he was gonna go to LA, and
Like, I wasn't gonna go to that baile. Let's say I don't go, but you still go with that guy.
I
Wait,
wasn't
so
gonna be by myself like that.
wait, was he supposed to go to the baile or no?
No, he wasn't supposed to.
I was here in LA.
So you just said that you were supposed to go to a baile with another guy, but he wasn't supposed to go, so he just showed up.
No, he wasn't going to go to the baile.
But you went to the baile with another guy. Either way.
Yeah, I went with the guy that he knows who I would always go with. That I would always talk to. But it's like the guy has his own girl, his own situation. I don't really see him like that.
Yeah, I mean.
It's more like a brother that I see him like. That's how I see you. I even told you that if you're gonna end up going, like I can't switch my plans. Like I feel bad that I'm like, you know.
But yeah, but if I didn't go, like, would you would have danced with him? Because to me, that's cheating. That's what I'm saying.
Do you think, would it be an issue for you if like he hung out with like girls or kicked it with girls? Like he would tell you like he's not cheating on you or nothing, but like he would go out with girls?
I mean, yeah, it could be an issue.
Like if all of your guy friends were on him, but now these are girls, you think that's bad for him to have all those?
Yeah, I think that is. Yeah, that is bad. I do understand your point of view that it's bad that I hang out with
Well,
guys.
you can see why he did this. Yeah.
But I mean,
Do the guys you hang out with have girlfriends?
some of them do, some of them don't. But it's still like,
You think any of the guy friends that you have that are single, if you gave them a chance, they would take it?
if I give them a chance,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't trust too many
because they know how.
girlfriends.
I know I understand your situation. You think how guys are right now are boys. They do this and this. They do this and that. I get your situation, but like I know the boys that I grew up since kids. It hasn't gotten to that point, and it's not gonna go to that point because it's more like family, friends.
I mean, I trust you now, like more, like I did before, but like now I'm not even gonna question it. But now if you ever try to cheat again, I got these people behind me. I got all these people.
She's gonna be questioning every house she goes into now. Hug, bass up, bass up, bass up.
It's hella awkward.
Let me see, Gemini left. '88, tell me where to go next. I don't know where to go next.
End it?
Yeah, I did. Go.
Whew.
I was asking Eddie to tell me.
Be careful, baby. What up, y'all? What we got going on, man? I'm trying chatting it up about. Let's see.
What time is it?
12. It's 12. We've been on here for 2 hours. It seems like you've been on here for 2 hours?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Time flew.
Yeah. Oh, shit. The family dropped a video on the Deshae Frost situation that I did a video on earlier. I don't know if y'all see my video I dropped earlier on Deshae Frost. Let's see the family video he just dropped on it.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
YouTube video. Y'all know who I am. This is Deshae.
Well, you know, we're in a drought.
They're YouTube people, YouTube family.
Right now. It's the law. Yeah, Donald Trump just signed it last year. You can't do that. Where are you from?
know that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I just got to write you up.
Means you give me a ticket?
No, yeah.
Family, yeah.
He was pouring water. I told him about the drought.
I washed
the drought
my
law.
hand.
You wash your hands. Your hands are not wet, sir. Your hands are not wet. Those are dry.
Sorry for that.
I think he dropped a cigarette too. Right in my face.
Yeah.
No, I'm not smoking.
You're not smoking.
Swear to God.
Smoke. On some real shit. Like, I'll fuck you right now. With your mom? Oh, I'm so sorry.
The picture, girl.
What you just said?
She ain't even answering.
Who?
One at the right here.
Nah, y'all gotta see the whole video. Y'all can't really see the whole video. Let me show you. He cut out most of it. I put the whole thing. I just bleeped every curse. So we're gonna use my video as a reference. Real quick. Boom. Deshae Frost gets banned on Twitch. Right here.
You know, she should have. But I'm saying like
But you can't be pranking with people like that. That's disrespectful.
But I'm saying if she would have
Do is go to Target. Right, here you go. Violence. I don't want to see. So that's what they decided.
I got
you grown that.
Bro, I'm doing
we could just show her the picture, girl.
Wild times, like, and that's do is go to. I don't know where the fuck. Her brother pulled. There you go. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, her brother. This situation go. Did I put it in the video? I thought I did. Yeah, what you see?
It's like
wait, did I? Daughter.
Just in the house, but him. I'm like, bro, no, I would never fuck you. Like I even wanna fuck you. Like what? You
The streaming, that's cool, bro. But some people don't take that.
Nah. That she would have told me on some or whatever. I would have.
Nah, he had told the girl. I think it's right here. He had told the girl. Him talking to Shorty like that out of nowhere in a random Target. That's just trying to shop and on the phone with her mama. And then jacking the fact that her brother pulled up. Her brother pulled up to defend his sister, which he should. The brother.
Next month.
Now, like I was a creep. And then they have. Oh, that's somewhere around here.
Like, bro, you look good.
There you go.
Excuse me, ma'am, real quick. I'm gonna lie.
Who is her brother? The one with the hair?
I'm not
Oh wait, her brother gonna come in later. You gonna see later on.
gonna lie. You look good on some real shit. Like, I'll fuck you right now. With your mom? Oh, I'm so sorry. But can I get your number and get some food? No? Like, get some food and like, vibe out and shit? No, you're not. Like, bro, you look good as right now, though. No? Alright, then.
He said, you look good as fuck. Let me fuck you right now, though. He kept on saying, you can't, we bleeping it out because it's YouTube. But what he's saying is like, y'all, let me fuck the shit out of you right now. He keeps saying, let me F right now. Let me F right now. Look,
with your mom?
And she like, I'm on the phone with my mom. He like, well, let me F. Let me hit it. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, you look good as fuck.
He said, I'm not gonna lie right now, but you look good as fuck.
On some real shit. Like, I'll fuck you right now.
I'll fuck you right now.
With your mom? Oh, I'm so sorry. But can I get your number and get some food? No? Like, get some food and like, vibe out and shit? No, you're not. Like, bro, you look good as right now, though.
And then he repeated it again. Nah, but you look good as fuck. Let me fuck you right now, though.
No? Alright, then. Bro. What the f?
But she admitted that she told him to walk up to the girl and say that, though. Was that even funny? It wasn't funny. But anyway, let's get back to the other video.
Our number?
Nah, you said more than that. Look, one at the right here.
Our number?
Nah, you said more than that. You look so good out right now. But
Bro,
that's
we
sexual
streaming,
harassment.
bro. I'm saying, bro. Like I'm saying.
Oh,
wait. Like I'm saying, though, bro. Like,
It's just a prank.
We just.
This her brother.
Like,
But you can't be pranking with people like that. That's disrespectful.
But I'm saying if she
Some
would have
people
said
don't take that shit.
then that's cool. If she would have said that, I
She
would have
was on the phone
respected
with
that.
my mom.
I feel that.
Oh, that's
but
your
I'm saying
brother?
she
I mean,
would've
your
said
sister.
that.
Yes,
No, I
sir.
feel that. I feel that. I respect
You
that.
feel me?
Within 24 hours of me making this video, a reality check hit an up-and-coming streamer straight in the face. And don't get me wrong, in every negative you must find a positive. And sometimes, the person we believe in will humble us in the worst way. And today, we talk about a young man who's had a humbling experience after one 15-second prank. One bad judgment, at least for the moment, put everything this young man has worked so hard for at risk. And in this case, he was reminded yet again, we're not bigger than the program. Do that sound familiar? But let's all remind ourselves that none of us is perfect. And hopefully, he can learn from this. And hopefully, if not someone can learn from his story. It's not about what happened. It's more about what you did after it happened. Did you learn from it? Did it make you better? In this case, We'll talk about what led up to this, but for the future, we hope and pray we make a video about what he did for the better. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Fam, meet Deshae Frost, a young streamer, born January 9th, 2001. He was born and raised in Seattle, Washington. He moved to LA with his family in the 8th grade. At just 12 years old, he made a name for himself, doing skits, uploading them with his sister. She also introduced him to YouTube. Then his life.
That's why I was like, yo, bro, you got a sister. Why you just woken up? Like, why you just... I understand you a streamer, but nigga, like, everything's entertainment. I get it.
Don't
You
think about their sisters or more.
True, I get it, but like, you ain't talking to real people out in the street. Like, you gotta just understand. Like, what if that was like, you know what I mean? Somebody walking up to your sister, you'd have felt the way. Especially when the brother pressed him, he acting like the brother wrong for that. The brother wasn't wrong for pressing you, nigga.
Life would change forever. By the time he was in the 9th grade, he had 100,000 subscribers, and this what he had to say if that changed his high school experience.
Now, you know it's crazy? I didn't go to the like typical average high school that I was supposed to go to. I went to like a charter school. You know what I'm saying? It was very like different type of kids. You know what I'm saying? Like
Seattle or LA?
It was in LA.
Okay.
I moved to LA right after 8th grade. I went to high school in LA and stuff like that, and it was different. Like, you know, I was supposed to go to a typical high school in Seattle, like, you know, where everybody in middle school in the hood and shit, where everybody was supposed to go and shit. But I didn't. I went to a different, like a kind of like a white mixed school, whatever, and shit like that. But like, it'll be weird shit that was happening. Like, Jaden Smith will pull up. His girl was at her school and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that was when I've never seen a Tesla X before. Like, this is 2014, bro. Like, you see a car pull up and the wings go like this, bro. And you like, the car go like, you like, what the fuck? And you see Jaden Smith, he's like, have you seen so-and-so? I'm like, nigga, what? Let me get a picture, bro. What the fuck? India loves coming, taking pictures.
As of today, that video have over 1.2 million views and counting, but Deshae took YouTube.
I almost threw up Blazing Hot Challenge with my sister.
Seriously after that, and at that point, as a senior, he never seen as much money as he did before in his life.
YouTube video. Y'all know who I am. This is Deshae. And today,
they was mad,
we got some heat. Some really blazing heat.
We're about to do
the blazing Buffalo Wild Wing challenge.
That's not a joke. To eat blue cheese because I don't know, ranch is just kind of nasty to me.
But blue cheese, you say you lactose intolerant, that has milk in it.
I like blue cheese, so that's just how we're gonna do it. You ready?
Oh my god. Oh, timer, huh?
He would follow up with more videos, gaining more attention. With this new success, he embarked on a new challenge during the pandemic and decided to do Twitch. For those who don't know, Twitch is more of an all-access platform. Allows your audience to go wherever you go for 24 hours a day if you please. And if you're successful, it's also very lucrative. Just last year, Complex deemed Deshae Frost number 7 on the rising top streamers to look out for. Quoting, Deshae's original bread and butter is his natural humor and timing, with his penchant for creating short and clever skits, aided only by his ability to stand out and make the audience laugh. His influence only grew after that, and with so much success and so much potential, Deshae would make one costly mistake at a local Target while streaming, approaching a young woman who was also with her mom and brother, who overheard the inappropriate conversation.
The mom was on the phone. The mom was on the phone, but still, you know what I mean? I'm glad Shorty wasn't a minor, though. I'm glad she was an adult, at least. So it's like, it's not like she was a minor, but still, it was still inappropriate regardless of.
By Deshae, and decided to confront him while he was streaming.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bitch. Fuck.
Excuse me.
On some real shit. Like, I'll fight now. With your mom?
Why you burp
I'm
like
so
that?
Sorry.
Oh my god.
But can I get your number and shit? We can get some food?
Oh my god, why you burp like that?
No, it was you, so stop capping.
Stop capping.
Like, get some food and shit? Like, vibe out and shit? No, you not fuck with it?
Hell,
Like,
cameraman. Why the
fuck off
cameraman
now,
looking
though.
over there when he over there?
No? Alright, then.
I'm FaceTiming my friend. She the biggest fan. She want to say hey.
I can't, bro. I'm
We can just show her the picture, girl. She ain't even answering.
Look, he thought this nigga was a fan. Look, he thought this nigga was a fan. Look. Look. When the nigga walked up, he like, I can't take no pictures right now, bro. Look. Look, he walking, he looking at his phone.
I can't.
The nigga tapping, he thought the nigga was a fan. He like, nah, I can't right now. I can't.
Bro, I'm doing
Ain't no I can't. He like, nah, nigga, you
girl.
just violate my
She
sister.
ain't even answer.
Who?
One at the with the red hair?
For her number?
Nah, you said more than that. You look so good out right now. But
Bro,
that's
we
sexual
streaming,
harassment.
bro. I'm saying, bro. Like I'm saying,
Oh, wait.
like I'm saying though, bro.
But
Like
it's just
on
a
some real
prank.
shit, we just prank like
Wait,
on some
you can't be
serious.
pranking with people like that. That's disrespectful.
But I'm saying if she
Some
would have
people
said
don't take that shit.
then that's cool. If she would have said that, I
She
would have
was on the phone
respected
with my
that.
mom.
I feel that.
Oh, that's
but
your
I'm saying she
brother?
would've said
I mean,
that.
your sister. Your
Nah, I
sister.
feel that. I respect
You
that.
feel me?
But I'm saying on some
But-
real shit, like she was saying, I feel that. On some real shit.
But bro,
I
you
try to
feel
be
me?
disrespectful and
But it's
shit.
disrespectful.
Nah, I
anyway.
feel you,
That's
bro.
on everything. I'm gonna be real with you.
No,
That's
I feel you. Like
Do you want us to apologize to you?
No, I
That'll
gotta-
make you
I'm
feel
serious.
better?
It's not even apologizing.
Listen,
That's
I got a
disrespectful.
sister. I got a
Bro, you a
sister.
grown ass
No, listen,
man,
I got a
right?
sister too, bro. I
Like,
feel you,
bro,
but I'm saying like.
she making it worse.
Some people take that as like real serious, and your ass will be in trouble.
No, I feel that. I'm telling you, bro. Like, I don't mean no disrespect or
I'm just
anything.
telling
Like,
you
I'm just, you know, I'm sure. I don't want your sister or anything.
Yeah, no, that's not
I'm
my
just
girl.
vibing.
That's my little sis.
No,
I'm
I
just
feel
telling
you.
you straight
No,
up.
I'm saying on some real shit. Like,
I'm just telling you straight up. That shit disrespectful.
well, I apologize, bro. I'm not trying to be.
No, I'm not touching you.
No, I'm not touching you. I'm saying. I'm saying
Relax,
like,
relax.
I'm saying though, bro, on some real shit. Like, I feel like you over here trying to like price me on some shit.
I'm
You
not
know what
trying
I'm
to price you at all.
saying?
I'm
But
just
I'm
telling
saying,
you, bro,
I feel you got a sister. I
We
got a
heard you the
sister,
first
too.
time you said it though.
I
You
feel
keep
you.
saying it. You
I
feel
feel
me?
you.
And he apologized.
No, listen,
You talking
bro. I
to me.
respect it. Like I'm saying, like,
Okay.
no, I'm not trying to. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. It's cool. Like,
Nah,
it's cool.
this girl is the girl that dared Deshae to do this. This girl is some other streamer girl. She's not. She defending Deshae. What she needs to do is just shut the fuck up right now, bro. Deshae's
Yeah, I
wrong.
think she's
The
making-
brother's coming up and approaching Deshae for some shit that he did wrong. Why are you like
She's
antagonizing a nigga? Like,
Right, she's making it worse.
exactly. It's like, but first of all, these two men. If you don't want the situation to turn violent, let two men discuss their shit and handle it. Her being on the side and tired, relax, this, that. You only gonna make the shit worse, and you're not gonna be the one getting hurt.
It's good.
For
We heard him the first time.
Just the you feel me? The streaming shit, yeah, that's cool, bro. But some people don't take that.
Nah,
shit.
Nah, dead ass. If she would have told me on some shit like, oh, whatever, I would have.
She
You
was
know.
on phone with my mom.
Nah, I feel
said,
that.
my mom said the same shit.
Okay, nah, it's cool. If she would have said me, told me that,
She
then
should
it's.
have, right?
Exactly. So now you coming up with what you mean that she should have. You coming up here saying it's disrespectful. We heard you the first
Nah, I
time. So
feel
do
you.
you
I
want to
feel you.
apologize
It's
or not
good.
so we can keep it
He
moving?
just
Let's get it
apologized
logic.
to me,
Exactly. You're
okay?
still standing here,
You're sitting
baby.
here talking
But hold
See,
on,
she
bro.
being disrespectful. Like, this the type of shit.
still
This the
standing
type of
here,
shit.
baby.
I'm gonna tell you right now. This the type of shit a nigga would get so mad that he can't do nothing to the female that's being disrespectful at a time when she should be shutting the fuck up and apologizing, that he just stole off and punched a nigga in the mouth. The nigga over here trying to settle down, have a conversation, but she getting out of pocket, and the nigga don't want to put his hands on the female, so he just punched the nearest nigga that's with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Yeah,
and
that's
what you got. Like, bro, you doing too much. You shouldn't even be talking right now. Y'all was wrong. Y'all just violated my little sister. Apologize. Don't be sitting here talking about some like, oh, you done? You done? You like, what the hell? Like, the fuck wrong with you, Shorty?
It's you and me, bro. Don't.
We straight.
But it's cool. We good. We good. It's good. It's good, bro. It's good. It's good. It's good. You good. You good.
You just sometimes you gotta watch what you say.
But nah, it's cool. It's cool.
Because you saying, oh, fuck, shit, how you
I know, bro. I'm telling
feel
you.
me? That's not shit you say to women. Bro.
I feel you though, bro. But I'm telling you, like, you and me are two different people and shit like that.
I
You know.
understand that.
Now
That's
listen,
not
if she would have said that shit to me or whatever, it would have been a whole different situation.
You and me are two different people. So basically, you think it's okay to walk up to women and just be like, I fuck the shit out of you. Like, nigga, just like you still trying to. You standing on some shit that you don't need to stand on right now. Like you standing 10 toes down and being wrong and disrespectful to the female.
At
Like,
the end of the day, everyone is different, so that didn't make sense. Like you and I were both.
like, yeah, but at the end of the day, that's wrong. What was done was wrong. So what do me and you got being different people even got to
do with that?
Like,
that's what I said.
But I'm saying you just, I don't know
Like,
who you is. You random like coming up,
crazy,
you know what I'm
like-
saying? So it's good.
Oh,
Like,
right there when you said it.
okay, I respect you. I'm saying like I got a sister too.
he not taking it. He
Okay,
wants to
but
stand
listen,
on
I
it
respect
instead
you
of
with some shit like
taking
it's good.
accountability.
I'm saying,
to
like, don't bring her into it. Like this is my people. You know what I'm saying?
No. This girl is with Deshae. That's not the sister. This girl is the girl that's antagonizing. This girl is the girl that dared him to say it to the girl.
It's cool. It's between you and me. It's good. It's real shit. It's good. It's good, but it's
The sister was the girl he walked up to. Red hair.
They were recording her all the time.
Yeah, but yeah. That's why I said the cameraman doing a bad job. But you had to already.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
But he in the
See,
corner.
they were only showing
Look, he in the. She there. You gotta look though.
like get some food and shit.
You'll
like,
see
vibe
it.
out
It
of
goes to her on and off.
No, you're
but
not fuck with it.
I'm like, why is he recording over here when he should? Be
Like, bro,
over
bitch,
there?
as fuck. I fuck right now though. No.
Why he was looking at her
Alright,
butt? Stink ass butt. But look, you can see her more though. You'll see her more. Let me see it.
Okay.
You can see her.
That's why I was confused.
And decided.
Real shit.
She look right there, right here. You saw it? You saw it right here? You gotta just pay attention.
Streaming.
You
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, but it's
right.
Oh, I see.
On some real shit.
Right here.
Oh, I see.
Right here.
Like off right now.
And the guy walked up and said, "My sister, no, the girl with the red hair."
And he was following her too. That's not good.
I mean, he was trying to get the content, but it's like he could have. I mean, you know, that didn't have to be the
Yeah,
content.
they call it sexual harassment.
It's you and me, bro. It's you and me, bro. It's you. Respect you. I'm saying like, nah, it's cool. It's cool.
Because you saying, shit out you.
I know, bro. I'm telling you.
That's not shit you say to women, bro.
I feel you though, bro. But I'm telling you, like, you and me are two different people and shit like that. You know.
understand that.
Now listen, if she would have said that shit to me or whatever, it would have been a whole different situation. But I'm saying you just, I don't know who you is. You random like coming up to, you know what I'm saying? So it's good. Like,
right there when you said it.
Okay, I respect you. I'm saying like, I got a sister
I
too.
walked away before I even heard what
Okay, but listen, I respect you on some shit. Like it's good, but I'm saying like, don't bring her.
See how she all in the mix? She like, she damn near beasting to be in the camera frame right now. Like they trying to discuss some real shit, and you worried about being in the camera frame. Like, chill out, fool.
Into it, like this is my people. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Like you making this nigga more uncomfortable. You walking up on him while he talking to this man about some serious shit. Like, fall back.
You and me, it's good. It's real shit. It's good. It's good, but it's not that ass. If she would have told me on some shit like, oh, it's you and me, bro. It's you and me, bro. It's you and me. It's you and me, bro. It's you and me, bro. It's you and me.
Now, as you can see, things could have went a lot worse. Now, the stigma
Yeah,
around...
dude, everybody's saying the dude was actually way more chill than most brothers would have been. Seeing the situation type shit.
They were just trying to have a conversation.
Right.
And make him and stand on that, like, and apologize and all of that.
He probably wanted, low-key probably wanted him to apologize to his sister. Like, nigga.
Maybe he wanted some money. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, man, I don't know. But definitely wanted him to apologize. You know what I mean? Just basically establish, like, yo, bro, that shit was disrespectful. We ain't fucking with that.
Yeah.
Type shit.
The shade. Even
88 said, let the men talk. My wife would have just kept walking. Right. Wouldn't even stood there and listen. Once you hear a nigga talking disrespectful like that, walk right off from that nigga.
before this incident is that he's very lustful. And I want to point out 60 seconds of that interview he did once again with Living Fast podcast, where he mentioned the very first clip that he got on with his mom doing something that we all know
in the store,
was inappropriate, but it gained a lot of attention.
In danger at the moment,
13 or something like that with my mom and stuff like that. My mom was the secret to my Instagram like popularity. My sister was the secret to my YouTube popularity. So it's like, you know, I really believe in that.
Long story short, man. Hope he learned his lesson. Hope he get his shit back though. It was a dumb decision. Like I said, I be trying to say, man, like these is just decisions, shit that you can learn from. You know, learn from it and move on. It ain't the end of the world. Like he didn't, you know, grab the chick butt or do no weird. He said some weird shit. He didn't do no weird shit. So it's like, you know what I mean. Hopefully he, you know what I mean, he'll get past that. Good content creator. You know what I'm saying? But we probably about to get up off this nasty though. We about to get something to eat. And Shorty gonna finish drying my hair. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? So we about to get up off this nasty. Appreciate everybody for tapping in though. I see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna tap in, you know what I'm saying? Have a full stream with y'all solo. So I see y'all all tomorrow. Make sure y'all ready tomorrow for whatever topics is on the rise here. I'm off this nasty. GG's in the chat. Twitch. Love y'all. Appreciate everybody on Twitch. I'm sorry I ain't paying attention to the chat tonight. I was getting my hair done. I was doing a lot. Appreciate y'all. I'm off this nasty gang. Peace. From the middle.